beep, and beep, and beep boop.
Beep.
Oh, I clicked the caption tab, but I didn't hit caption on it because I am smart.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Today we are just discussing things about random video game questions.
We're discussing things, and it's going to go very, very poorly.
What do you mean? We're gonna have a lot of fun because these questions are fun. We just don't know our answers to them.
Oh no,
We're
these questions
currently
are
on number 12.
incredibly
A
enjoyable.
game everyone should play. Have you figured out your answer for that one yet, Sharky?
No, I know what my gut says to say, but I don't know if I want to go with what my gut says.
Why not? What does your gut say?
My gut says to the moon.
You know, I considered that, but I had already answered it for underrated. Do you want me to put that as your answer?
Like, that's what my gut's like. Just say to the moon. Just say to the moon. Everyone should cry to the moon. I'm like, do I want to say that too? This is why this is hard. Also, I hope everyone's having a good day / whatever. Happy weekend. I mean, what are you gonna say? Did you decide?
Yeah, I told you. I was like, I can't recommend a game that like everyone should play because there are plenty of games that I play and really enjoyed that I already know that it's not for everyone. And so I'm going with Cooking Mama because everyone should learn to cook though, and Cooking Mama is actually pretty decent about like cooking steps.
Yes, the two sides, Cooking Mama for learning to cook and crying on To the Moon. Yes. You know, that's what people want to see. Am I right?
A game everyone should play. Sharky, are you locking in your answer that says my gut says To the Moon, but do I want to say that though?
Yeah, sure.
You can cry
Go for it.
over your cooking. You know, it's adding salt. That's how you add flavor.
Hi, Ace Couple Courtney. Hi, Courtney and Rice.
Hi, one's responsible for us having enough likes that we have to do all of the answers now.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
I mean, these are fun, but also...
This is all your fault.
Wasn't expecting to have to get this far into the list. Alas. Also, Sharky was remarking earlier how you answered on some of the prior answers we put, but specifically to my answers, I guess. And I was like, I don't think the Life is Strange soundtrack was specifically to me. You're welcome!
No, and it was also for the soundtrack one. We threw out like a dozen really good answers to it.
Both of us were discussing it at length. Tui was another one that we were really considering, and I was like, no, because then 2 questions later I have another like World Ends With You answer, so I can't put it for both. Then I did exactly that for Life is Strange, where I had them 2 answers apart. Oh well.
I threw out Nier Automata. We threw out.
I mean, for best couple, I was considering Noctis and Luna, and then Sharky said Noctis and Luna, which, by the way, you misspelled his name.
Oh, I did not even look it up. I just was like, it's fine.
We also like
You'll know
Undertale
who I'm talking about.
I like Undertale's soundtrack, but it's not my
really
kind
good
of
one
music.
Too. Yeah, no. I've spent a good few when I was like going in for college to the city. quite a few days on public transit just listening to Undertale. Like that's a good one.
We also talked about Persona having a really good soundtrack.
Yep. Persona 4.
Yeah, I think 5 is supposed to also have a good soundtrack, but I did not get far in that game because I was mad.
5 has a really good soundtrack, but I feel like 4 has more songs that I can remember off the top of my head. 5, I can only remember 2 songs, and that is like the general overworld song, Beneath the Mask, and then one of the boss songs called Rivers in the Desert. Like, those are the 2 songs I can remember.
So Sharky, do you want to change your commentary at all, or should I just leave it as my gut says to the moon, but do I want to say that
perfect.
Though? All right.
That's perfect. That's literally probably what I would have sent to you. Approximately.
Right. Well, sent tweet. Wow. We answered 1. All right, next question.
Okay, this is one that I do have the answer to already. And I've sent you the answer
more than 5 times. Oops.
Hey, Mick.
Hi, Mick. Time for my daily divergence.
See, I already know this answer, and I already know approximately how I want you to word this.
Random demonology fact on Cage. Nick's just requesting these every time they show up.
Every time.
I don't have one ready, but I can find a few.
See, my answer for this is approximately Psy with a lot of dots. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, sadly.
Alright, let me go.
So, what's on the agenda? So we on Twitter we had the likes thing where
I think Nick also liked it.
But the problem is that we didn't discuss
we promised that we were going to both answer all of the questions for as many likes as we got, and then we ended up with enough likes that we have to do all of the questions. So and it's taking us a long time, so I figured we can easily fill 2 hours and then also knock out our answers and have some fun chat.
I've played Mega Man X so many times, probably in the hundreds. Time for my tri-weekly distraction from doing hair work. See, and I can explain like why Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is so many, because it's an easy answer on why. It's because I am dumb and keep going for every trophy, and on the PS3 version specifically, to get every trophy, you have to beat the game 6 times. And there's no way to lower that number. So, and I didn't get all the trophies on PS3, but I did beat it 4 times on PS3. I beat it twice on PS2, and I beat it twice on PS4. So that's 7 times right there. And then if you count the GBA versions, you're now in the dozens. Like, you're now around like 12 or more. Like,
all right, so your answer is Psy, all caps, Psy, ... Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, period. Sadly.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. That is exactly.
The sadly is in lowercase.
Yes.
My question for this is, do like runs of a single file of Hades count, or like similar like roguelikes? Do dating sims count if I'm just playing the game over and over but for different routes? Because otherwise I don't know that I have an answer for this.
Roguelikes, no, because that is continuing the playthrough that's still like your run is continuing a single playthrough.
Yeah.
It's a second like a second time would be starting the game from the beginning again.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So about dating sims and doing different routes.
That one. See, but
I mean,
Mega
Hades
Man,
specifically, like, you are supposed to, like, each run is part of a story that is specifically, like, you are failing and
like
returning,
you're still
and they're
continuing
talking
the
about
same
it
thing.
stuff, so
With Mega Man X, you're not like Mega Man X. You're even though you beat it, you start from the beginning again. You're starting from fresh at that point.
I think Sims
Which
count. It's a
for
different
like,
route. It's a whole new playthrough.
but so like for Hades, like you're not getting that start from the beginning because of the fact of you're not starting like completely fresh again. Yeah, that's why like Rogue Legacy in those games don't really count. I feel like unless you really like them and you start them from the beginning a lot, which some people do. That's where like Spelunky, that is a little bit harder
Like, I think
for me.
the only game I've played where it'd be like a legitimate more than 5 times of the same game that I have already played before is probably Mystic Messenger, but mostly because I was farming hourglasses.
Yeah.
But that's like the only one where I would have done like a single route more than 5 times.
I'm not sure for what I would say for Spelunky. That's a harder one. Spelunky, FTL, those types of games where it's not like a continuation. It is a legit like brand new thing. That's harder for me to say. That's where it gets a little bit fuzzier. But like, I can definitely say Hades is not. That's yeah. I mean, I would.
Not trying to cause confusion. Then does that mean you wouldn't count New Game Plus rounds? I feel like, yeah, I mean, I'm asking because it's a legitimate, like, confusing thing. I think that, like, in the sense that, say, Code Realize, right? Technically, if you counted per playthrough, but different runs, then we're on our 4th playthrough of it. However, it seems like cheating to say that we've played Code Realize 4 times. We have played Code Realize 1 time, essentially.
New Game Plus is a little bit different though, because of the fact of for
guy who sees
just going
question and answers Wordle. Oh, you're right. Scrabble. I've never played
going
Wordle,
back to the
actually.
Hades thing is because each of those runs is a continuous story thing. When New Game Plus is starting from the beginning, just with all your upgrades again. So it's kind of a new run. It's kind of just like new run with an easier new run. New Game Plus is a weirder thing, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's not like with Hades and like
Hades
Rogue
is
Legacy,
like a single storyline that all of your runs are continuing through that story, and they acknowledge your death and talk about your death, and it's part of the story.
And Rogue Legacy is the same thing where it's like you're the kid or you're the descendant of that person who died in the castle.
Although
and
it
you're
has
just
less of a story, right?
Yeah, but like but it's kind of the same thing of like it's one continuous arc. Basically.
But I mean, if we're putting Wordle out there, maybe I'll just say Bejeweled. No, I'll put Mystic Messenger. I am okay with everyone thinking that I mostly only play dating sims. I am more concerned about people thinking that I only play casual games, even though I do also play casual games. But it's that thing where, like, I know, especially like female presenting and whatever and voice, like, I know that there's just gonna be like the fake gamer girl bullshit. So I get very defensive about not wanting to come across that way. Okay.
Just bringing back to that time we were up until, like, what was it, 5 or 6 a.m. talking about the intelligence of the demons in Final Fantasy 15.
See, I think that it's very fun to spend hours and hours and hours discussing the game that we played, and I think it is less fun for me to spend hours and hours and hours playing a game that I have already finished 5+ times, because who has time for that? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for the things that I like that are new.
I mean, then I think one of the only other things that I could probably say is the Resident Evil 3 remake. I think I beat 5 or 6 times, because again, you have to run through each of the difficulties, but that's like Mega Man X, that's like a 2-hour playthrough. Like, I literally did that like on a Saturday, and I beat it like 3 times quickly back to back.
Tetris. Technically. Okay.
I used infinite ammo on... Let me look at the achievements again. Just so I used infinite ammo when I was doing the harder playthroughs, yeah. But I think on like 2 of the playthroughs, I did not use infinite ammo. Let me double check to make sure. The achievements.
I appreciate your sort of not the intention of the question answers to these.
Pac-Man!
Actually beat Pac-Man. Well, it says played more than 5 times, not beat more than 5 times.
Yeah, that is true.
I know some people have... I think I saw someone answer with like, oh, I've started on this game more than 5 times, which is not to say that they finished it 5+ times, but okay, the next question was current or most recent video game wallpaper.
Oh, I have to get that for you. Hold on. I'll message it to you through
Line.
I was gonna say Discord, since we're on that.
Oh, that's also good. Sure. You're gonna have to give me context so I have something to say.
No, there's no context you need for it. You'll look at it and be like, oh, okay.
No, I want to have text.
Hold on.
Now this is the part where I have to share a bunch of screenshots from my Switch to my other Twitter so that I can then steal those screenshots. And
I'm just going to message it, like DM it to you. Mine has been from Mega Man 11 for years. I think I can only claim the original Pokemon games, main game plus second to cycle for trades, occasional playthroughs of Fire Red Leaf Green. I don't think I've done anything else that was SNES or SNES era multiple times like that. I may have gotten close on Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus I did twice. I did an original a playthrough of the PS2 version, and I did a playthrough of the remake. Yes, I failed to beat Mario more than 5 times. Snow Bros? I don't know what you mean by Snow Bros.
I also do not know. I think I played Rune Factory 4 3 times. But I didn't finish the game, technically.
What is Snow Bros? It's a fun little NES game. What the flip? The story of the princess Nick and Tom rescuing a princess trapped by a demon. When you win, it says, "Congratulations!" Interesting. Snow Bros, Nick and Tom. Oh, princes. Yeah, they're 2 snowmen named Nick and Tom.
Oh.
Apparently it got remade on the Switch. I've not heard of this one. Interesting. It looks nice. Very weird. The demons look very weird. Yeah, my friend streamed it. It looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, it looks very interesting. A 1-to-1 remaster. Oh, that's interesting. That makes sense that it would have extra modes. It just add a little bit more replayability to it. Because if it was like an NES game, like they're probably gonna want to add something else to it to be like, yeah, I played it with my grandpa when I was little. He probably found the cartridge at a garage sale. Aww. That's sweet.
Trying to write out a tweet as I post these screenies, being like, don't mind me.
You're good. Oh, I have to get one from a game I'm playing, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Crap. That's gonna take a little bit. And then we emulated it and played it a bunch a few years ago. Aww.
Oh.
That's cool. Okay. Who would be? I'm gonna do these two. Okay. I can't do that. Do this up. This. No. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. I can't.
Have you played Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town? No, I haven't. I'm very behind on games all the time, and also, I think that one I was just gonna skip. There's a lot of games that I just am gonna skip because I don't have time. Okay.
And then this one.
Oh,
Boop.
that's your image?
That's the wallpaper, yeah. And then there's the
Screen cap. Yay! Thank you.
father
for
and
the
son.
Shiny. I need to caption.
Poop. Crap, what would be the caption?
Actually, I'll just put Final Fantasy first.
They're all the party members from Final Fantasy IV specifically.
Yeah, okay. Good enough. I just, because I've been doing the caption-y things.
Yeah, the alt
for
text.
like,
Yeah, I know.
or no, not the alt text. I mean like,
Okay.
where I put like the shark emote in your answer and the devil emote in my answer. So if I just put the image, then like people don't know which one's which. They kind of know which one's which because it's obvious, but they don't know which one's which. So I wanted to make sure there's both. The Octopath Traveler is on sale. Should I get it?
I thoroughly enjoyed
Sharky says
Octopath
yes.
Traveler myself. I will say, with Octopath Traveler, I personally had a very big. My main gripe with the game is it requires lots of grinding, I feel like. Because there's the 8 characters, right? And I think all the characters have about 4 chapters each. And to do chapter like 2, you have to be like mid-20s. Which by the time you get all the characters, you might be like level like 15 or so. So it's very much just like, if you don't mind doing the grind and stuff like that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Having it does the Final Fantasy V job system to a degree, where there's I think 12 different jobs that you can have, and then so each character has their main job, which is who they are as a person, and then a sub job that you can pick out, and it is a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I got every achievement except for one in like 80 hours. Which is annoying because there's an achievement for playing on Steam for playing the game for 100 hours on a single playthrough, which was annoying because then I had to be like, okay, I guess I have to leave the game open for a while. No, that's a game that I feel like I should go back and replay, like on stream or something like that, because that's a fun game. It also didn't help that the first time I actually beat a character's story was a speed run, and then the second time I beat a character's story was a one character only run for achievements. I love grinding Mick as they battle Pokemon instead of using EXP candies to get their party from 1 to 100. Oh no, why would you do that? Oh, I hated doing that in Pokemon games. I love the candies because like I don't mind grinding, but like I don't know, grinding in Pokemon I just hate.
Sharky,
Like, yeah.
for the alt text, I will need you to name each of these characters from left to right.
Okay, I need to pull them up. Sorry.
You sent it to me, but I didn't really play 4, so you're gonna have to give me every single name.
I have the list. Let me send you the name for them in order. Nope, that's Rosa, then Rydia, then Tella, Edward, Yang, that is Edge. Which one is which? Which one is which? These are twins. Which one is which?
Sorry. I know you're doing the hard work of entertaining chat while I write these and stuff, but I also am
No. Yeah, I know.
oblivious.
Um
I'm a fraud. I am the fake gamer girl.
Fusoya and Sid. That's all of them in order.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna put very brief descriptions of each one, but I just to have
Toby Fox worked on the Area Zero music, worked on the Ace Academy music, the Terror Raid music, and then worked on a song for the Academy, which was then retooled into the main field theme. Like, Toby Fox did a bunch of songs. Do you need me to name the 2 Pokemon too?
Preferably.
I don't remember. I mean, that's the Shonk. But I don't remember. Hey, Malik. Shiny. Lechonk and shiny.
I'm sorry, is the second last one just like an old man's head coming out of the ground?
Fusoya is weird. Fusoya is weird. That is, I think, the death sprite for Fusoya. But yes, it is old man head. No, it's old man head basically like folded in on body. Fusoya is weird.
I'm going to describe it as an old man's bald head with white eyebrows and a large white beard, like an octopus. Because it looks like a fucking octopus.
Poor Fusoya.
You want to give me a better description? I have to write all of these.
No, like that's an apt description. It's just poor food, so yeah.
Is that a ponytail or a braid? Palum? Palum?
Palum. Palum and porum.
Braid or a ponytail?
Ponytail. It's supposed to be a ponytail.
And they're girls, yes.
No,
Boys?
ponytail is boy, other one is girl. Palum and twin sister, Porum.
Porum also looks like they have a ponytail, just like not as thin of one.
The one that has fire next to it is Palum, the boy, and the other one is
I'm
Porum,
basically
the girl.
starting from the bottom, so from going from right to left. So I did Sid, I did Visoya, so now I'm on Palum, which is a brown-haired boy with a ponytail and red cape jumping up towards a small fire above him.
Yeah, Palum is black mage and Porum is white mage.
A thin ponytail and a thick ponytail.
How is everyone doing today? Is everyone having a fun day?
How the fuck would you describe Edge? Watch me run out of characters for all these.
He's a ninja. Ninja looks like he's trying to throw a shuriken. Doing dandy. Sup, Dan? My D&D got canceled, so I could have hung out with y'all.
Oh. Well, it's okay. You're still hanging out with us.
I wouldn't call my day fun, but it's been hairy. Gosh dang it, Courtney.
You say that, but I mean, Dan also did dandy, so I really feel like saying hairy is fair.
No, it. I don't have any cool puns, Luck. Neither do I. I'm not funny to begin with. I don't make cool puns.
I'm not making any cool puns. I'm just all texting a bunch of things for this image Sharky gave me.
Sorry, there's a lot of characters because it's Final Fantasy IV and all of them keep dying. Also sleepy. Of course, the week we start pulling all-nighters, the week our espresso machine broke.
Oh no.
I don't think mine was a pun. In fact, it was incredibly literal.
True.
Once Pokemon Home is compatible with Scarlet Violet, I will start breeding again. I started breeding Fuecoco's. I think I said like I'm at roughly 200 Fuecoco's, but I've been releasing them after like a few batches to not clog up my my Pokebox. Because I want a flippin' shiny Fuecoco / Skeledirge. I'm just sending them back into the environment. You know, they'll they will really help. I need to do some last minute shopping Then I need to start my Scarlet. Ooh. I thought you meant hairy as in like a dicey situation, but also since you're a hair artist.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
the
assumed
pun it was assumed to be.
See, I was just like, oh yes, hairy. Like it was a joke, but also probably because like doing hair work right now, since we're a distraction from the hair work.
How would you describe Kane here?
I'm
running out of characters again.
Dragoon falling or coming down from jumping in air.
Blue armored dragoon in air.
Yeah, like that's what that animation is coming down from the jump command. You can take out the paladin that I said for Cecil.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
What color is Cecil's hair? Silver?
What color is Cecil supposed to be? I don't remember.
Actually, I don't have enough room for that.
Yes. You are right. It is silver hair.
Well, I don't have it.
White hair, but yeah. My situation is hairy, but I'm not currently in a hairy situation. Dragoons, my arch enemies in Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, don't be mean to dragoons. They just love hugging the floor. They just really love hugging that floor. It's their favorite spot.
Truly, this 1,000 character limit on Twitter alt text has lately been the bane of my existence, I feel like.
They love jumping into AoEs and then hugging the floor. Yeah, I mean, especially because we keep doing images. This one's my fault. Very much my fault.
I should have made you give me the alt text for me.
Oh, jeez.
Like, not just the names, but if I had asked you, like Pi has said, that we have to, like, put the whole description. As it is, I feel like I'm sorry to anyone who's, like, relying on the alt text for this, because I'm like, I had to cut out a bunch of words, and as it is, these are very, very brief descriptions. Right. I have a much shorter but still long alt text for mine. Okay. After all of that, I can finally post the thing that was really just 2 images that didn't really require, like, thought, but somehow ended up being super fucking long.
I love Final Fantasy IV. That's also a game I need to beat. It's my wallpaper because it's the next Final Fantasy that I need to record. So it's literally a constant reminder. Hey, you need to work on like YouTube and this stuff. Hey.
Oh my god. I love that this couple is here commenting, but also on Twitter liking all of our answers as they go up.
Oh, does that surprise you?
No, but I'm just remarking, like, guys, you're right here. Okay, then the next one was a screenshot from the currently playing game.
The remake, are you talking about the DS one or the Pixel remaster? Because the DS one made everything harder. Like, the DS one ramped up the difficulty on everything.
And this was the one where I was like, oh, we're gonna have some very different answers.
Well, you specifically were like, yeah, the DS one is incredibly hard, but it also gives you a bit more to work with the like, because there's like a thing where you can like give people other abilities. So like you Speaking of classes, I've gotten the Kingdom Hearts story so far and Kingdom Hearts 3. Once I get to playing, I'll soon surpass classes. What did you get them on? I'm asking.
Hurry, Sharky. Gotta get that review session up. Should I put my screenshot that says, so I broke one of his arms and burned his permit right before his eyes? Or should I put the one where the text is, morality must be forgotten at times like these?
First one.
Breaking his arm?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because that's a funny dichotomy. The games are PS4. Okay. I was just asking because I was kind of hoping you did not get the Switch version. Technically the story so far is only PS4, and I know the story so far is only PS4, but like, I was just fingers crossed you weren't gonna be like, oh yeah, on the Switch, and I would have been like, Melik, no, you wasted the money, I'm sorry. Yeah, I really, that's kind of my like goal for next year, is to do the review session and Kingdom Hearts 2, and I mean other stuff too, but to like get that ramped up and going again. Kingdom Hearts 2, I still haven't figured out if I'm going to be doing it on normal mode or if I'm going to be doing it on Proud. Especially since if I'm going with how I want to do it, I'll have to fight Lingering Will, and I've only beaten Lingering Will by the cheese method. I've never beaten it like without cheesing it. You proud? Oh, Mick. Okay. Because Mick asked nicely. I mean, I wasn't going to do critical mode because I've done critical mode before and I hate critical mode. Proud mode will allow me to get the secret ending without the worst trouble. I'll have to do everything though, which is going to suck, but whatever. I can do it. I've done it before. And that's an easy, like, 15 hours, like, off screen. Once I beat the game. And the only secret boss I have to show off is Lingering Will, because I don't really need to show off the data ones for any story content, and I don't have to show off the Mushroom 13 for story things. So it's really only after beating the game, like it's only Lingering Will and then the extended ending for 100%ing it on Proud, which is the extended Birth by Sleep. Which after Kingdom Hearts 2 is the Days movie, and I get to cry all over again. Speaking of which, I've already started crying now.
Sharky cry.
But today's the day, Satan.
I know.
Actually, which day number is today? Because it's not the final day. Is it 357? I think it's 357. Come on, where are you? Yeah, today's day 357. Christmas Eve is day 358. Where the final 7 days of summer vacation begin. Sorry, I'm just over here crying in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know.
Entertain chat while I write my very long alt text about my screenshot, because I'm trying to be good and thoroughly like describe the whole scene, but I'm like, all right, there's a red screen with Chinese paneling on it and yellow drawers and white pots all around the room, and he's wearing a red robe and he has purple hair, and MC is in the corner. MC has white hair and white, like porcelain white skin, and a white dress and a black ribbon on it. Like, oh god, this is so much.
And then there's mine.
I'm still going to have to also describe yours at length.
Yeah,
Which
no,
yours,
I know.
your last one was the reason I took forever. Yours like Shiny LeChong, Shiny Oinkalone, but like I'm gonna have to also describe like on a dirt road with like green grass in the background and some rocks and stuff. And like probably add the context of them being pink and talk about previous, like the proper color, whatever. Actually, I'm not going to bother putting what the normal color is, but I will still have to describe them as pink and like describe how they are different as pigs. In fact, I should make you do that. While I write this alt text, you figure that all out.
Help. Sharky's game is to intentionally find visually dense images to post for the rest of this thread.
Oh no.
No.
Nothing can be completed in one stream. We're not completing it in one stream anyway. Royce, this is only if you want to be mean to me and not hear my voice for like the entirety of the stream. You don't want me to discuss anything.
We also haven't done the demonology and Kingdom Hearts fact yet.
We haven't, because I'm busy writing like 1,000 character alt texts.
Yeah. Crap. I should think up. I feel bad. Why are you feel bad? Like you don't need to feel bad, Mick.
I was gonna mention that like an hour before Sharky came around. Wait, what? What'd you remember? The facts. Yeah,
the facts.
I mean, I can refund the facts if that's what you're feeling bad about. I just... You don't have to feel bad for redeeming them.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can't look at the demonology facts right now. I have to write the alt text because I want to be good and accessible.
Okay, chat. What was the first video game that you all played?
Are you gonna make chat answer all the questions?
I'm gonna make chat answer some of the questions.
Great, good. You entertain them.
What is the first game that you remember playing? Zombie Ate My Neighbors. That's a good one. Right, Satan?
That's the one that I put. If I don't remember if I played it though, or if I just watched my brother play it, because technically it came out when I was like 1. I don't know if I played it when I was like 3, but I might have. That's the problem.
Yeah, you might have.
But I do remember like seeing it on the screen.
Probably Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 3. Also pretty good games. I never actually really played Super Mario Brothers 1. I was more of a Super Mario Land kid.
Finished my alt text. Now for Sharky's.
But no, those are really good answers. They're really fun answers. Games that you can easily go back. Oh, I don't know. Mario? Pac-Man? Pong? I can't remember what the first digital thing that was stuck in my hands. Yeah, that was basically my problem to a degree, is because my I mean, not the exact thing, but like, might have been Speed Freaks. What is Speed Freaks? What is this? A PlayStation game, a kart racing game featuring several single multiplayer game modes. Take control of 1 to 9 characters and drive carts around various themes. Interesting. Kart racer. Yeah, I mean, for mine, it was very much like I have vague memories of playing a lot of games when I was young. I don't know which is the first one because like there's a bowling game that I remember. I don't know what the bowling game was, but like I remember playing a bowling game on the SNES. I remember Earthbound when I was really young, Mario Land, Tetris, and I hate Tetris. But I hated it then. A Bugs Bunny game. Like Donkey Kong Country, Mario 64, like Duck Hunt, a whole bunch of ones of like I remember playing all of these at roughly the same time. I don't know.
Man, I really have years ago for like 3 of these answers so far. I'm not allowed to use them anymore.
I mean, that's a you
unless
thing.
he shows up as another character I really need to put, but I don't think he will.
I mean, I don't know, like really only that's left that's character based, his favorite antagonist and favorite protagonist.
Yeah, but these weren't technically about characters in the first place. It was wallpaper and screenshot, but it just happens that both are them. Both of those are him, along with character, I feel like. Or
okay, chat. Who is your favorite character in a game?
Okay. No, what's everyone's guilty pleasure game? That's what I really want to know. Oh, I didn't even change 15 on here. All right, 16. Game with the best cutscenes.
Oh, that one's gonna be
us.
hard. Mega Man. Guilty pleasure? Let me think. Yeah, that one's a hard one, I feel like. I feel like the only reason I got mine quickly was because I've been playing it recently again. And it was just like, man, this game is bad. I don't know of anybody else who likes this game. It is not a good game. But man, I love it.
Like, we have a whole channel dedicated to playing dating sims. I have shed any sense of embarrassment or guilt. Because I feel like other people would be like, oh, these dating sims. And I'm like, you know what? That's already our whole identity. I can't.
That's already like the main
That's
thing
not really
for our
a
channel.
Guilty pleasure. That's
like
just an outright, openly spoken pleasure.
A game you were number 29 might end up being like Mystic Messenger or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You were surprised that you liked that one.
Yeah, I was.
And
like,
it's
legitimately.
fun. It's like a good game.
Is Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Interesting. Which I think that was that one a Puyo Puyo skin? I forget if that one's a Puyo Puyo skin or not.
Alright, games with good cutscenes. I don't know. The best cutscenes, in fact, not just good ones.
See, this is when I'm trying to not be biased from games I've played recently. It is. I really want to play this one in Sonic Mania. Ooh, okay.
I feel like it's actually hard because it's not like, oh, what's the best cutscene in a game? It's the game with the overall best cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like, what do I don't know. Because if it was just like best singular cutscene, I would say Yoon Ascending. Her sending
that
dance
one
is really, really good.
Yeah, that
I might
was the
still say
picture.
Final Fantasy X because that and the end when he's like fading away are
The fading away,
both,
yeah.
like really good.
I mean, but even then, there was a lot of good, just like, even between those two, there's a lot of really good just moments.
Here's the problem. If I say Final Fantasy X, I have to live with putting the game that has
I still stand by that's not an actual bad scene.
I feel like it was stupid, and I did think it was really funny and enjoyable, but also like cringe as hell.
But that's the point. It's supposed to be. Like, they're literally doing that because they're talking about how solemn they are and everything, and they're trying to make it a little bit jovial, and they're making, like, it's not supposed to be like a serious laugh. It's supposed to actually make you laugh.
I know.
Like,
okay, fine. I'm putting Final Fantasy X, which means you can't put Final Fantasy X.
I wasn't gonna put Final Fantasy X. I love Final Fantasy X. It is actually my favorite Final Fantasy. Like, but
it was my first Final Fantasy.
It also was mine. Yeah. Like, it is what introduced me to Final Fantasy. I still remember a bunch of the scenes with Seymour. Even when I didn't play it for years, like before I actually had beaten it, the scenes with Seymour stuck with me. I flippin' hate Seymour.
Oh, I considered him for most annoying character.
Oh, I wouldn't have called him annoying.
No, not really. Guilty pleasure. I mean, Obey Me is still my phone.
Obey Me.
I'm dating Sims We Qualify. I've played through the Pokemon Game Boy Pokemon trading card game more than once.
My first Final Fantasy is 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. The GBA ones.
Yeah, I think I put for guilty pleasures just stares in mobile gacha otomes. But it's not really that I feel guilty about them so much as I feel like other people are gonna judge me for them.
A toss-up from several entries in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing is, there's a part of me that I'm like, no, I don't want to choose a Final Fantasy or a Kingdom Hearts. Because one,
oh yeah,
I would not
no,
want
I'm really like, I feel such shame because we're gonna get to the question of like company that makes the best games, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say Square. I refuse to say Square because I refuse to support them anymore because I'm really mad at them.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm probably gonna still say it.
You can. I refuse to let that be my answer. Square. I just like I don't want to boo them. They have really good and talented devs and stuff, and they have like enjoyable games. The problem is they keep doing dumb shit, like saying that they're not gonna have any people of color in Final Fantasy 16 and supporting NFT and crypto shit.
That's the thing with like when they're saying like choose the best, it's very much I am choosing one of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But with the understanding, this is not my favorite, or this is
when
not
they
the
said
best,
favorite character, and I just went, beep. Please leave a message.
Yeah, it was kind of just like
my entire brain blanked. I was like, have I played a video game in my life ever? I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
You know what? I might say Automate and Idea Factory since they make a lot of the Otome games I like.
Yeah, I mean that and
then at least I don't have to put Square Enix.
But that's in the future.
That's way down there.
The best cutscenes. That's 28. I'm looking through my library right now of games I own, at least on Steam, and then I can look on other consoles. CDI Link. Oh no. Oh no, Dan. Why would you do that?
What?
CDI link for favorite character, I assume. Why?
We did play the Hyperdimension of Turning games in the past. Okay, fine.
See, I mean, the reason why I won't do is Kingdom Hearts game for this is because, oh my gosh, dang it, Hotel Mario. I'm only half judging.
No, the other one I was considering for best cutscenes though was Final Fantasy 15. I mean, at the end of the day, Final Fantasy has really good cutscenes, and they have really good art and stuff.
Yeah, they do. That's the thing, is they really do. But like I can't say Kingdom Hearts because like there's no Kingdom Hearts game that I say has like amazing cutscenes. Kingdom Hearts 3 tries, but like
Kingdom Hearts 3 is a mess. I think like Final Fantasy, like legitimately the art is really good, and the cutscenes are like beautiful and cinematic and everything.
I did not like The Last of Us. I legitimately did not like the game. I played it for a few hours and I'm like, this is...
I did not play that game.
This is third-person zombie game number 5. Cool.
Only 5?
That's number 5 that I played.
Yeah. What are 1 through 4?
Dead Rising.
It's like Uncharted, but with zombies.
I don't like Uncharted either.
The characters are interesting. I've heard interesting things about the characters, but it's not my genre.
I got told off specifically for Last of Us because there's a very sad moment in the beginning of the first game, right? Where, and again, this is not spoilers. One, it's been out for a while, and it's literally the first like 20 minutes.
Awakening's been out long enough that when we hit favorite antagonist, I can just put that, right? Or do I have to say?
Awakening?
Yeah.
No, that's been long enough.
I'm
has it been over 10 years?
No, I don't think so. Has it? Am I that old
now? Hold on.
Fire Emblem Awakening came out in 2012. No, 2013 internationally. Not quite.
Almost. Yeah, you're
Almost.
Fine.
Great.
The problem that I got told off is at the very, very beginning of The Last of Us. In the first 20 minutes, you meet Joel and you meet his daughter. And within that 20 minutes, the daughter dies. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not crying at this scene. This scene did not hit me that hard. It didn't really hit me at all. And I got told off for basically being emotional at not being like completely sad that his daughter had died from some random person, I think, like shooting.
Because it's so over the top of zombie killing.
Oh yeah, no, Dead Rising is literally just a very like, you go and murder zombies and then you just murder more zombies. You save people every once in a while, but you murder zombies. Yeah, it is a stress relieving zombie murder. No, Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising 1 I didn't like as much, but Dead Rising 2 is a lot of fun. Best cutscenes. Gosh dang it. Let me go back to my Steam.
Which cutscenes do I like more, 10 or 15? I don't know.
I assume you would say, ooh.
Because 15 is really pretty, and it's very epic with like...
Hey, do you remember the puddle from back in the day?
I don't think any... Wait, was there a question for... No, there is a question for best art style, which is not best graphics, best art style, which I was planning to say Hades for that one.
Oh, I'm gonna say Beyond Ice for that one.
I really like the Hades style.
Oh yeah, no. Was glad I played The Last of Us, but struggled to care enough to pick up the second one. Zombies have just never been that interesting to me. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Heart-wrenching moment, kill stuff, a bit of peace, combat, something nice, then something terrible, and combat. It follows that formula the whole way. Yeah, I just...
I'm a zombie lover, so I am biased. That's fair. I mean, these are
that's fair.
just personal, like, favorites and stuff questions.
Exactly.
In fact, I think that Nick should also post this, and then we'll make them answer all these questions too.
So I really enjoy Resident Evil.
And all the rest of Cloud Cabin. All of Cloud Cabin should put this. I think that'd be really fun.
I'm like... The problem is, if I chose a Resident Evil, the only Resident Evil I could choose is 7 for this.
Like, do I have any other games that I would even consider for best art style? I feel like there's a few, but I'm forgetting.
For best cutscenes, because I've only played a handful of Resident Evils. I've played 2, 3, 7, 8. And 2 and 3 being the remakes of 2 and 3. 8 does not have, like, 8 is good looking, but like I wouldn't say has good cutscenes. It's fine.
People don't tend to interact with my posts unless it's being angry or sad. Well, you see, I wasn't expecting anyone to interact with this very much, and then Courtney and Royce retweeted it, and then suddenly we had 30 plus. So we would like it, and
I assume the couple would retweet
and
it.
then Courtney and Royce can retweet yours, and then you'll also get a what the fuck influx of people just liking it, I guess. Oh, as Mafia. If I was going with dating sims, as Mafia would be a really pretty one for best art style. I'm jumping ahead, I know.
You're welcome! We're not saying thank you.
We're crying is what we're doing.
Yeah, we're crying.
Oh, Valhalla would have been also a really good answer for best soundtrack.
Hey, don't blame me. I don't tweet.
Okay,
You're part of the couple. You're kind of...
didn't want to necessarily jump to conclusions that it was definitely Courtney, even though I had a very strong suspicion it was Courtney.
We both were like, it's Courtney, but like we're lumping
technically
Royce
it might be Royce, but also it's Courtney, isn't it?
It's Courtney,
what
isn't
are your
it?
answers? What can we say? Royce is washing their hands of this, so you wanted our answers, Courtney.
See, Devil May Cry 5 also could be a strong contender for me because that had some really awesome cutscenes. But that was more but that's such a like a very action driven cutscenes. Royce legally owns half of the account because that's how marriage works in this country. It's like, do I want to choose a game that like is best cutscenes for like story things, or do I just want to be like Devil May Cry 5 because the action makes my brain go yee.
Brain go brr.
Yeah, basically.
Action make brain go brr.
I love Devil May Cry 5. That was honestly one of my favorite games in 2020. Gosh dang, it's almost been 3 years since that game came out. I want to cry.
Oh god, we're at like an hour and a half and we've done what? 4 of these? And none of them were even the ones that we were like, that's gonna be the really hard one.
Well, this one was hard for me.
Yeah.
I've
surrendered. I've surrendered. I
just
don't want to
Devil May Cry
support
5
Square, but I...
Devil May Cry 5 because action brain go burr. Action makes brain go burr. Also, like has some really good cutscenes. I really love, like some of the ones in 5, especially the scenes where one of the guys gets his arm chopped off. Good cutscene. Also, that's also another game which I could easily have said one of the best soundtracks.
All right, now for the next. This is a really hard one. Favorite antagonist.
Crap.
I know you said this one's really hard.
Who's a good antagonist, though? Does it count if the whole game is a cutscene? Metal Gear Solid 4. That's one reason why I'm like, oh, crap. I can't really choose God of Wars because that whole game is basically one singular cutscene, too. Especially with it being a single shot, like, no-cut game.
I mean, I like the Final Fantasy 15, right? Drops
Arden.
you really... on cutscenes. Drops you really smoothly in a way.
Oh, yep.
Between some of the cutscenes and the battles and stuff.
Yeah. No, 15 does a really good one.
But yes, also for favorite antagonist, I did consider Arden.
You did consider Arden.
Arden's
a pretty good one.
I'm going to use this one to say Fire Emblem Awakening, just because I did really also enjoy that twist.
I was about to say,
reach that twist? You reached that twist.
I've beaten Awakening.
Yeah.
After you said you're like an hour away from beating it, just beat it. I did beat it.
Killmonger and Lelouch. Yeah, I considered Arden, but I mostly just hate him.
Oh yeah, no, there's no.
But it's a little bit of love-hate. But he's a very good antagonist.
Oh, he's an amazing antagonist.
There are other really good antagonists.
This is again where my brain wants to be like, do not show your bias, because Odin in God of War Ragnarok is kind of the same way, where I flippin' hate the guy.
Recency bias is a trip, and also I look at questions like this and go, have I played a video game in my life? Have I ever played a video game in my life? Have I played more than 5 games in my life? I don't know. The same 5 games keep popping into my head, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna answer this again.
The enemy, I forget his name from The World Ends With You, also a good one. I forget his name. I want to say my brain wants to go headphones, but I'm like, no, that's the nickname for Neku.
Minamimoto?
Yes. No, not Math Nerd.
Not Math Nerd? What was the...
No.
Oh, no,
not Josh. Josh is the antagonist, and not really.
Something.
Let me look up.
Did he have glasses?
Yeah. He wore sunglasses.
Yeah. The conductor.
Kitaniji. Megumi Kitaniji.
Yeah! I was like, Meg something. But then I kept being like, Megane, because he's got the fucking glasses.
Well, no, the reason why he said headphones was because he does wear red headphones around his neck.
Yeah. No, I figured.
I would not consider Joshua the antagonist. Mainly because even though he's the one who wants to destroy the place, like it's kind of like still
they're very... I have a hard time considering them the best antagonist, although it's favorite, so it doesn't have to be the best.
I've considered streaming the yeah, that's the thing. You would have to either emulate the DS version, which would be a trip and a half to get working. Like possible, but it would be a trip and a half. Or you would have to do the docked version of the Switch one, which would be annoying and a half. See, but it's not best, it's favorite.
Yes.
Is the thing.
Which is why I'm like, well, it's favorite, not best.
Yeah,
and I guess technically, like, the awakening antagonist twist thing isn't really like the best, but it is a very interesting.
I'm blanking
twist.
on if you're trying to, if you're doing, I'm blanking on awakening on who you're gonna say.
The twist where the protagonist is the antagonist.
That's what I was thinking.
Which is why I was like, is it a spoiler at this point? It's been so long.
It's been 10 years, basically. There's redacted from Three Houses count, which is why I feel bad about kicking the route that I picked in the first place. That depends on your view of Three Houses, because to me, redacted is an antagonist. Not always the case, though. If you're saying who I think you're saying. So I mean, like, you could, because technically, but that's an up to you question. That's where it makes it hard. Have I played more than 4 games?
This is my problem. I mean, have I played a game in my life?
I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to use my recency bias and say Odin, even though Odin, very good one. I flippin' I'm not going to say Xehanort.
I also think that Hades is an interesting antagonist.
Yeah, because Hades is the antagonist. Like, not really, but is.
Like, I mean, in terms of he is the direct opposition to Zag's, like, goals. Yeah, he is the antagonist. Very openly. But, I mean, it's a lot more complex than that. Which also makes it interesting. But I already am planning to put Hades on other answers, so I'm gonna use this one to sneak in Fire Emblem Awakening, because I don't know where else I'm gonna, like, give a shout out. Theseus is my answer. You're right. That's who I should have put for fucking most annoying.
That's actually most annoying, yeah.
Literally kill him first every single time. If I can, I kill him first, because I'm like, shut the fuck up, I can't stand you.
I don't know if I've ever killed him first.
I go out of my way to kill him first sometimes because I just want him to shut up. I hate him. He's the one I should have put for most annoying.
Yeah, honestly.
But, you know, I blanked everything out of my brain and I was like, Sora.
Well, Sora is very annoying.
He is annoying.
What games have I played?
I was legitimately, like, looking through my Steam library, looking through my, like, DS collection, looking through my Steam, or not my, looking through my Switch collection, trying to think of everything I ever played on PS4, trying to think of everything I played as a kid. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. Feel bad because he's just a kid.
See, here's again where I'm like, I don't want to reuse this series because I just used it. Virgil from Devil May Cry is a flipping good antagonist.
Favorite antagonist, non-video game, Bupito.
Bupito.
Hey, the label specifically says one video game answer.
Yeah, that is.
So I guess specifically it has to be a video game. I don't know, there's a lot of good antagonists out there, and I've just accepted that I cannot remember anything that I have ever played in my life. I should go grab my 3DS.
If I played more Resident Evil, Wesker would have been a good answer, but I haven't played enough Resident Evil for context.
I think that Actually, you know who's an interesting antagonist?
Hmm.
He's not that interesting, but like kind of interesting. Alistair in Code Realize.
Yeah.
Also the main antagonist, but I can't put that one because it's a spoiler and we're actively playing that game right now.
I love Wesker. Wesker's a really good one.
Actually, who else from our dating sim list? I feel like there's a lot of good dating sim enemies, actually.
You joked Ukio.
I did! And, you know, if you had to identify an antagonist...
Yeah, Ukio would be it, kind of, yeah.
Like, there's no real... Well, okay. Ukio would be it, except specifically in the routes where it's Iki's fan club.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did we play that? Oh, wait. Well, he's not my favorite antagonist, though. I just think you do a really good Noct voice.
Well.
Like, I don't think he's actually that interesting of an antagonist.
Really
but...
like when I do this voice.
Yeah, it's a great voice. Listen to how great Sharky is at that voice, everybody.
I'm really not that good at this voice.
But you are.
It just rolls off the tongue pretty easily.
Doesn't that sound professional, guys? Yeah, Sharky's amazing. Exactly.
That is the one voice that I can do really well, and for some odd reason came to me shockingly quickly, and then the game was like, slow southern drawl, and I'm like, what the crap?
Like, Sharky's flying across the screen. Whee!
Sharky, we gotta be together. So, hey, if you want to ever reach out to me about that stuff, feel free. I don't mind. Also, bring Satan in, because Satan also does do good voices.
Name one voice that I have done that you think is so good.
I'm blanking on the voices you've done now because
that's because I don't have any that are that good. You see?
No, it's because I have a bad memory. But like, I do that, and then the only other, like, I legitimately was trying to think, can I do Deiko Nami's voice off the top of my head? Shu was a good voice.
I mean, technically, like, my voice isn't really good for Shu. It just is a fun voice to do.
Like, I don't think I could do Deiko Nami's voice anymore unless I see it, because Deiko Nami was a little, like, very nasally, and I don't think I can do the nasal voice anymore.
You just entered it.
Yeah, but this wasn't the right one. This wasn't the right voice.
For a sec there it was. For a second there, you did hit the correct tonation. So, Victor Frankenstein. Mick, your Victor's better than mine. By far.
Saying your speaking voice is amazing, if I must say.
What if I say you may not?
Well, then you're just being mean.
I hate my speaking voice.
See, my thing is, like, because, and this is the reason why I am cartoony, is my voice has just a lot of, like...
You have a lot of variation in your voice. You get very excitable.
Yeah, like, my voice goes up and down a lot.
And it's very,
this is just my...
rounded?
I don't know the words for it.
I don't know how to describe it. Like, you don't pronounce things in a very, like, hard kind of way?
No. Yeah, I do not. I don't enunciate very hard. The words kind of just all flow together. But like that makes it when I go up for like impies, and I just really go up here and I talk a little bit faster than I normally do, and just, hey Miss AC, what are you doing? Oh man, I'm the world's best engineer. It makes it like, yeah, add a bit of energy up, like raise up my voice.
It's
and then
so funny because that's not what the actual VA sounds like, but I do enjoy yours a lot.
No, so when I did a thing for Art Friend, when I was talking to Art Friend, I sent a picture of Impy. Murder the Delibird. So I literally was like to Art Friend, when I got on a voice call last time, I sent a picture of Impy, right? And I'm like, this is how I voice Impy. And I just talk very much like this, and Art Friend was like, wow, that sounds exactly like what it should just by looking at it, and I would hate that character with a passion if I had to hear that constantly.
I don't enunciate very well either. I've always blamed the Californian in me.
See, I'm an East Coaster.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys are from opposite ends of the country.
Yeah, I'm an East Coaster, and it's just I talk fast.
I'm not a native Californian, and I don't think I speak like a Californian, but I don't know what I speak like.
What games have I flippin' played?
From the south, so my R's are weird. You could just pull up your Steam library, which was literally what I was doing earlier.
No, I have my Steam library up. GLaDOS is a good villain, but I don't know if I would say GLaDOS is my favorite antagonist.
And it is that it doesn't have to be the best villain. I guess it's the favorite.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing is, though, like...
You know what if I change my answer to Noct, but specifically only as voiced by Sharky?
I mean, technically that falls within the range, because like Noct is the antagonist. You can make whatever stipulations you like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I already added a stipulation on the best gameplay of like the world ends with you, but only the DS version. I don't count any other version as valid. Fuck all the other versions. Sorry to anyone who likes the other versions. Yeah, Mick has posted the thing. We got a retweet.
I like
Ace
the
Couple
Switch
go.
version.
Ace Couple retweet it. Get Mick lots of engagement so that we can get Mick to do this too. Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I also fully agree that the DS version.
Oh, you know what? The Stepmom and Cinders is really good too. Now that I'm looking back at my playlist thing, which really I'm like, wow. The way that my Steam play hours are just polluted by streaming our dating sims on here and then sitting here talking about anything else.
Same. Kafka's really good. Villain.
Sin is really good, but I'm not putting Final Fantasy X.
No, I wouldn't. If I wanted to say from 10, it would be Seymour.
No, I don't like him. I like Jack as a villain because it's interesting.
I mean, yeah, he is.
It's an interesting reveal and how it goes into it.
My favorite thing about Jack, though, is what they do with him in the Dissidia games. Because in the Dissidia games, which for the people who don't know, is a Final Fantasy fighting game for originally the PSP, was where the first two were. In the original one, Jack was in the villain party, but then in the second game, they had a little bit of prequel story where they said Jack was actually a hero in the hero party, and Titus was in the villain party.
Yeah, you could argue Riku for part of the series, just not the whole series.
But then throughout the prequel story in the second game, at one point Jack is like, he's my son, I gotta do this for him, and then swaps places with him and becomes the villain to kind of save his son. It was so good. I love it. Jack is great, and I hate his guts for being a jerk of a dad. He is, but the whole thing is that character growth that happened before all of this story, and then you don't know about it, and then you find out, and it's like, oh, this is heart-wrenching. Bowser counts. Bowser is an antagonist.
Yeah, totally.
Like, technically,
I'm also
I
like,
could say
I'm realizing
Ripto
now
from...
I should have done Valhalla for best gameplay as well. But I'm standing by World Ends with You for that as well. But that's
Like,
another really good gameplay, I feel like. And soundtrack. And I forgot all of the games I've ever played, and now that I'm answering, I'm looking at the other games, or the other answers that I did earlier, and I'm going, ah, fuck, I should have answered this other game.
I'm literally looking at my Steam library and being like, yeah, this is a good villain. But I don't know if they would, I would say, my, like, favorite antagonists.
Did I watch you play? I did play it on the stream, like,
I think
a long time ago. Do you want to check how long ago? How long ago was that? That was a long time ago.
Was that in the was it in the uploaded ones, or?
By now, maybe, because that was a long time ago.
If it was in the uploaded, then I don't have it locally. Okay. No, it's not in the uploaded ones.
Oh.
September 3rd, 2021.
Oh, okay. So yeah, a bit over a year ago. I thought it was longer. Huh.
Nope. That's what I have, and the title was Mixing Drinks and Changing Lives.
Ah, yes.
See, the problem is I could also say Goro Majima, but the thing is like,
the first I watched was you know what, it might be.
But the problem is Goro Majima's not really an antagonist, except in like the first game, Yakuza 1. Because he's not really an antagonist. He just really wants to fight the main character. He is in the first game. He is an antagonist in the first game. He's a minor antagonist. He's not the main one, but he is in the first game. In the other games, it's like, let me fight you. Not in that voice. He has a much better voice than that.
What?
No, he actually has a really good fluctuating voice. Like, oh my gosh, I love listening to Goro Majima talk. Especially because he does stuff to specifically piss off the main character. Like calling him, using the Chan suffix.
It's like, let me just annoy you.
Yeah, every time he goes up, he's like, Kiryu-chan! To like a 30 or 40-year-old man just to piss him off.
What's wrong with that?
And then the main character's like, hi, Majima. No, I'm not gonna fight you. Ah, come on, Kiryu-chan.
All right, favorite antagonist, Tom Nook.
Landlords, the true antagonists.
Yeah.
Let me look at my.
I mean, he's a predatory landlord in the first one.
Hold on. Let me look at my trophy list on PlayStation. I'm gonna quick bring up my PS5 just to check my trophy list.
Yeah. Jack's a really good answer, but I just put Final Fantasy X multiple times already. And 15. I need to stop.
Trophies.
I was gonna use this to sneak in Fire Emblem, but now I have to sneak in embarrassing Sharky instead. That's my answer. My answer is that I am the antagonist to Sharky.
Favorite antagonist, not in a video game, Satan.
wouldn't that be the correct answer for the good Christian kid?
Ripto's a good one. I'm looking through my PS4 games and I'm like, okay, but who's the antagonist in some of these games again?
I mean, yeah.
Because
Actually,
like Nier Automata, the antagonist is society itself. I feel like.
well, there's the Life is Strange antagonist. That was fucking. Wow.
Oh, crying.
That was a time.
That is a time.
Like, really, that part of it, I suppose, should have left a bigger impression in terms of, like, what the game was. But then I, like, forgot about him until just now. For a while.
While I'm looking through this, please answer demonology fact.
Oh, right. I should find one.
Yeah, please do that while I'm looking for this. Please and thank you.
I'm like, I don't know if it counts as a demonology fact to say. Oh wait, no, maybe I have one.
Another really good one, Carmelita from Sly Cooper, but she's not really an antagonist.
Like, I don't know if this is official, but maybe. So I got this tarot deck a few months ago, like half a year ago. I've used it a few times, and it's really fun for me because it like combined the 72 demons of the Ars Goetia with the 76 tarot cards. And they just like leftovers? Oh wait, no, 78 tarot cards. And so for the extra 6, they added Lucifer and Lilith, who are not part of the 72, but obviously. So those 2 got added, and then they also just did a no demon card for the ace of each suit. And I think when I was that one's really cool actually as a deck, because they took all of the like old drawings and descriptions and stuff of each demon and like drew fresh art all in the same style of them. So also include the tarot thing of like, the 7 of Swords is supposed to actually have 7 swords in the picture in like a certain kind of arrangement to like have a certain message or meaning. And they actually drew the demons, but like say with the 7 of Swords, that card has not only the demon but also 7 swords in the picture as well around the demon, or like being held by the demon or whatever it is.
That's cool.
So I think that's really cool that they did that. But I do also, I'm like, I don't know if that alone counts as a demonology fact. It's more like a demonology product. But the fact part is that apparently, because they have like, they didn't put a full description of what each card means in their little booklet that comes with it, because most decks come with a little booklet that have at least a brief description of each card. So that like what it's supposed to symbolize. But in theirs, they made a little table of like, this is the demon, this is the tarot card, here's some like meanings and symbols and stuff. And apparently, I guess, there's actually a column for like the traditional correlation, because I guess there's actually a traditional like matchup of demon to card. They did not follow that, but apparently there is actually also like this demon goes with this tarot card. That demon goes with that tarot card.
That's cool.
That's the fact part. Okay, I did it. I gave a fact. Your turn, Sharky. Favorite antagonist, go.
This is hard. This is flipping hard.
Demonology fact done. I did my job.
I have to do the Kingdom Hearts one.
Yeah, you do. But antagonist first. I think at a certain point it's just like pick one.
Yeah, because, I mean, getting favorite is not going to be something that I can just do, you know? Because there's too many good villains out there. Chaos slash Garland, also good villain. I don't want to redo Virgil from Devil May Cry is the thing. So I blanked on who else I mentioned. Help. Help.
Hey, look, we got Mick up to 10 likes already. See?
Oh, man.
Yeah!
See what we did? See what we did? I'm sorry. Courtney would say you're welcome. I'm saying I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna say you're welcome, but I am gonna say I'm not sorry.
I can be sorry.
You can be sorry. I'm not sorry.
I could be mean and say antagonist Shu as voiced by Satan.
But, I mean, is that even actually? Like, you can. I'm not gonna stop you.
Screw it. Do Kefka. The one who just wants to watch the world burn.
Kefka, the one who just wants to watch the world burn. That's 6, right?
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 6.
I know it's Final Fantasy. Okay. Just to add the context for anyone reading who might not be familiar with Final Fantasy. There's too much Final Fantasy in our answers.
Well, I wonder why.
I know, it is like one of the original reasons we became friends, but fuck.
Hey,
okay.
Favorite protagonist.
Yep. Got an answer to that one? That's gonna take the entire rest of the stream. You should hurry and do your Kingdom Hearts fact now before we end up.
Actually, does Kain count as an antagonist? You can make the argument, yeah. I mean, there's brainwashing involved and stuff, but you could make the argument. Like, I would be like, not who I would have thought, but like a valid answer, I feel like. Because Kain is also a very good antagonist when he's the antagonist.
I'm just like, I absolutely.
Did you change the font on the screen?
Hmm?
Did they change the text on the screen?
Oh, I did not change the text on the screen yet.
Am I supposed to give you the answer, or am I supposed to give Kingdom Hearts fact?
Do the Kingdom Hearts fact first.
Okay.
Because
I have to think of the Kingdom Hearts fact.
assume the protagonist is going to take you a very long time as well, and I don't want to run out of time and you haven't given
I'm actually going to say the protagonist from Yakuza 0 through 6, Kiryu.
Oh, for protagonist?
Yeah.
That was fast. How do I spell it? Kiryu.
I can send first and last name.
I'm like, I can make a guess, but I don't know if there's like 1 U, 2 U's.
It is 1, but I'll just DM it to you real quick.
Kiryu?
Yep.
And you said last name?
Kiryu is the last name.
Oh. Wait, do they do it first, last name, or is it just...
I mean, it depends on the game you're playing. No,
I mean, like, do they put it in last name, first name order?
No, what I just sent you is first name, last name order.
Okay.
Because that's what in the English text, they do first name, last name if they're saying his full name.
Yeah,
but obviously in the
that's what I'm asking, is because I know that, like, properly said, usually you put the last name first.
Yeah, in spoken they do Kiryu Kazuma.
Yeah. Wow, that was fast. Now I have to think of one. Oh no. Oh no. I also have recency bias. Help.
That one's not as recency. That's more just beating my head against the wall, and Kiryu's great.
No, I'm like, I also have recency bias now because of Olympia Soares.
Mega Man.
I know.
Mega Man is a good protagonist. Not X, just Space Mega Man? Sorry.
Oh, because Olympia, like, starts learning about the society on the island and immediately goes, I am going to try to revolutionize the island and change the system because the system is bad. And I'm like, wow, immediately went to activism. I love this. It's kind of whiny and wimpy.
I know some people would say X or 0. What Kingdom Hearts facts are there? Poop. Poop, poop, poop.
Mega Man is very strong in his convictions. Oh, you know who my favorite protagonist might be? As I just go to my dating sims again. Cinders. Their take on Cinderella is really, really good.
Yeah,
that's a really good one.
That is a very good one.
Like, is that my favorite protagonist? I don't know, but she is excellent. So that's what I'm putting for now while I look through.
No, I can't do the actually. Have I done talked about the non-canonical Kingdom Hearts game? Because there is one non-canonical Kingdom Hearts game. No, Mom's canon.
Yeah, it has like
very canon.
It has like what, 3 scenes of new actual content?
Yeah, it has approximately half an hour of new content. It's canon. No, there is one, and I'm actually serious here. There is a single game that Square Enix was not involved in, and it's non-canonical for Kingdom Hearts. It is Kingdom Hearts for the Vcast phone. Or the Vcast broadband system for Verizon Wireless. It was made by a company called Superscape, and it was kind of like with Coded, where it was released in parts. There was like a few chapters and it was released in like a few parts, I believe, but it is the only Kingdom Hearts non-canonical game, and also right now is lost media because there's an entire chapter that is gone.
Oh man.
Nobody has been able to, so there's 4 chapters. There's Swashbuckler's Island, which is just a random island called Swashbuckler's Island. Wonderland, which Wonderland right now is completely lost media.
Oh.
Agrabah, and Maleficent's Castle, because the whole thing is supposed to be like Sora's in a dream, like, and Maleficent's kind of like messing with the dream, to some extent, but like, yeah, that would be my fact.
Oh.
I hope that is an appropriate fact.
It seems like a fact. Yep. Boop. All right. Marked completed. And in that time, I haven't found a better answer for favorite protagonist. So I guess I'm going with Cinderella from Cinders. But it's a really good take on her character. So that's actually like a really good protagonist. I do really like.
My thirst for knowledge has been sated. No, that's actually why like a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, every Kingdom Hearts game is canon. If Sora's in it, it's going to be canon. So Super Smash Bros. Is canon. I'm like, no, that's not actually how it works. Because Sora's actually been in a few non-Kingdom Hearts game that doesn't make all of them canon. Like,
does Xion count as protagonist?
Is the dual protagonist in Days, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the main protagonist, but is
a protagonist.
Yeah, it is a
or is it just player character? How are we defining protagonist?
No, I would say Xion is. Like, also because she's not the antagonist. Might be the that's the thing, is like she's not the antagonist, because the antagonist is, I would say, Xemnas.
Yeah.
Xemnas / Ansem / the organization as a whole in that game. Even though she's the final boss, not the final boss, the second final boss, the penultimate boss. I would say she's more on the she is a protagonist, because all 3 of them were protagonists: Axel, Roxas, and Xion. But it's more.
See, I have a hard time saying Axel is a protagonist. Because I tend to think a protagonist is like the main character.
Why am I just finding Delibirds? Haha! Yes, there's a Christmas event for this weekend where there's an increased chance for Delibirds in Terra raids. Merry Christmas. Have Santa Bird.
Yeah.
But
I just remembered another really good, most annoying character. Was in like a random mobile game.
But the reason Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 is called that is because the story is about Roxas and Xion. That's why it's over 2. It's because it's those 2 characters.
But it's
Protagonist doesn't always have to be the player character. That was the thing.
Did we get more replies? We appear to have received more replies. Yes.
I don't know.
That was an hour ago. That was from Ace Couple.
What did Ace Couple say?
About your everyone should play To the Moon. It was yes, everyone should cry. Okay, I'm gonna just go with Cinders because I just want to be done with that one. Let's see. What do we have left? We have picture of a game setting you wish you lived in and favorite genre. I guess we can end on game setting
favorite
genre.
Favorite genre is easy.
Maybe we can
For me,
go
at
up to
least.
20. I like.
I love Mix got bullied by Ad Aces into posting this.
Yeah. That's my job, okay? It's to bully people. You guys are like, you're a nice person. I'm like, I am absolutely not a nice person. I am a bully.
Post a screenshot. No. Picture of a game setting you wish you lived in.
Yes.
Problem is, what setting would I ever want to live in?
A cool one? Hang on, I gotta put in this stuff.
Chat,
Half the reason I was like, let's stream this, maybe we'll get suggestions from chat about things they liked and remember games that we fucking played.
Hey chat, what setting would you want to live in?
I feel like there's a lot, but there's also a lot of places that I absolutely would not want to live. Realistically speaking.
Oh yeah. Rune Factory.
But I'd probably end up being an army.
Oh, one with universal healthcare. Pokemon.
I was like, I mean, there's the obvious, like, when we were kids, everyone was like, Pokemon.
Okay, but like, I'd rather have a partner Digimon.
But do you want to exist in the world of Digimon Survive?
Hey, maybe I could be eaten by the fog. No, if I was in Digimon Survive, I wouldn't have even been brought in to the digital world. I would have been one of the people being like, oh my gosh, what's that creature?
I mean, it says picture of a game setting. So I think that it can just be one location in a place, which I know you had been considering, like Traverse Town.
Traverse or Twilight Town. You have to eat somehow. Yeah, it is. You can in Sword and Shield, like there's a whole chili dex, and in Scarlet and Violet, you can make hoagies. They've started talking about people just eat like all this stuff and also parts of Pokemon. Yeah,
that's the disturbing part.
I mean, we've already known about Slowpoke tail delicacy.
Yeah, but that was Team Rocket.
Yeah, but they did it because it was like people like it. They're just trying to make money off of it.
Is it too edgy for me to put a picture of the house from Goetia?
The edge. Yep, like Veluza fillets, cloth claws. I would probably say Twilight Town, I guess.
You gotta send me a picture. You can't just say Twilight Town.
I was more concerned about wild Pokemon that have the power to cause mass destruction getting hungry. Now they'll just eat other Pokemon. It's fine. And you know, it's not like you're going to see legendaries that often or pseudo-legendaries. If you're in town, you're more going to see like Pidgeys.
You have to send me
Mouseholds.
a picture, and also I'm going to make you all text your own picture this time.
Oh, the That's the problem. I don't know how that would.
While I figure out what mine would be. I'm like, all right, a picture of the bar in Valhalla, but I probably shouldn't live in a bar.
You would say that, though.
I also don't want to live in that universe. It's like a dystopian universe. I just think it's pretty. And it's like a chill bar to hang out in. It's like a place I would want to go if I lived in that universe, but I don't want to live in that universe. So if we're talking about places we wished we lived, that would not be the one.
Me being like, Twilight Town, but like also I would not want to live in Twilight Town. You know how many Heartless would get me?
Yeah, a lot of them. What if you lived in the world that never was?
Nobody lives there. That's the point.
I know it is.
I don't know. They must have boundary broke to get this photo.
Oh, you know, life is strange. That town is like...
Mm.
Well, that's just like a normal Pacific Northwest town, but that's like a pretty place to live. I don't wish I lived there, though. But that is a pretty place to live. See, here's the problem is I was overthinking it, because I'm like, oh yeah, like some places in Final Fantasy are also really pretty. But like, say Final Fantasy 15. The places are really pretty, but then you go outside and there's fiends and demons and stuff, and that sounds unfortunate. And then there's the encroaching, like, overtaking the night against the world and all that. And it's just like, yeah, I don't want to live here. No matter how pretty it is, that's not worth living in that universe.
Not at all. Jeez, why is my monitor like so zoomed out?
What other places would be cool to live in? You know, Steam London from Code Realize would actually be interesting to live in. It's just like steam-powered London.
It wasn't being destroyed every other week in the stories. Feels
well,
like.
That's because we're only going like 1 week in each story. Look, Steam London after the true end.
Gosh dang it for you for the antagonist wording. Also Cat Knock, but specifically as voiced by Sharky, because I am his antagonist and have to embarrass him with compliments.
Yes. Correct.
What would I even say for an alt text for this?
I don't know.
I'm bad at wording.
Well, I mean, basically you're describing it for someone who, like, can't see. So...
Oh no, why would you do that, Melik? Oh no.
Just went to 4 different stores looking for French onion soup. Shopping on Christmas Eve is the worst. Oh no. Yeah, I got all my groceries for... I decided to do, like, a very small dinner party at home with a few friends for, like, a Christmas Eve Christmas dinner, which I guess is not actually Christmas dinner, then it's Christmas Eve dinner. Whatever, I don't care. I'm not religious in the first place. I'm really just doing this to hang out with friends. But I got all my stuff yesterday, which for me was the 22nd.
When I was in therapy and my therapist was like, oh, are you gonna, like, are you doing anything, like, just like for like Christmas? I'm like, no.
Have you told your therapist about our streaming?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing on Christmas.
Your thing's broken, by the way.
Again? I've fixed it like 3 times already.
It's broken again. I don't know what to tell you.
Why is my captioner broken all the time lately?
Maybe you have to remake, like, at some point, like, just completely delete and remake.
But yours doesn't. And, I mean, the thing is that, like, mine breaks on your side, too.
Yeah, that is true.
So I feel like it's something, like, am I talking too fast for it, or what?
saying to me, who talks at the speed of sound.
I don't think you talk that fast.
But my therapist was like, are you even gonna like have anything special like to eat? Like, are you basically doing like anything celebratory, even if it's just like, oh, I'm gonna make something slightly different?
I feel
I'm
like
like, no.
that's unnecessary.
I don't do. I literally am just like, this is a day I'm alone in the apartment.
Unless she asked the same thing for like Halloween and other random holidays, I feel like it's unnecessary to single out Christmas. Of like, are you doing anything? Are you doing anything special?
No, I get asked that for. I've been asked that for other holidays too.
Okay.
It was not just Christmas.
That's better then.
I mean, I was also because birthday is around this time. Was also asked like, are you doing anything for your birthday? And I'm like,
have you entered into Cloud Cabin yet?
Oh no, I did not enter my birthday into Cloud Cabin.
You should go do that. And I mean, for alt text, like, you have to describe the whole thing in detail.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I'm bad with words. That's where the in detail is the like,
you could pick a. Do you want specifically that image?
I just picked a random image because again, Twilight Town is a very like, very samey town. Unless you get an image that's basically just the clock tower.
All right, I'm gonna put the Obey Me MC bedroom picture. You know, kind of, actually. I might as well just put Obey Me.
My roomie is going to be spending with my ex, most likely. Oh.
That's awkward.
That
well, I know you've had a lot of unfortunate roomie and ex situations from the sounds of things. But I'm sorry. Let me find the picture. Then I guess I have to figure out which picture I'd even want to put, because there's a lot of pretty ones.
Oh wait, no, I'll do the Cloud Cabin one thing real quick. I have to even figure out how to do it.
Yeah, you should do that.
Fine, I'll set my birthday.
Yeah.
Murmur.
Yeah.
It's not like my birthday's anything special.
Yeah, it is. It's literally very special.
Don't lie.
It's legitimately like... I mean, like, compared to mine.
Why would you say that? Say what? That my birthday's not special?
Because Sharky has self-image problems. Sharky with a self-deprecating bit. Yeah.
/set.
Oh, wait. I say all this, but I haven't put my birthday in there, but I don't plan to.
I'm just going to use the default because that's like basically the East Coast one.
I'd be sad if either of you weren't born. Well, I appreciate that, but if either of us weren't born, you wouldn't be sad because you wouldn't have known us. I know, that's the most obnoxious answer I could have possibly given. I'm sorry.
There. It's success. Sharky's birthday's been set to redacted.
Not that redacted if you just put it in there, but yeah.
it's stream redacted.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm always also fair. I can't argue with that one.
Only 4 other people who are involved with our stream regularly know my birthday.
Yeah. Well, now you've also said it's around this time.
Well, yes.
And we've said before that
I
it's
have
in
said
December.
it is in December.
And I think last year you said it was a stream day or something.
It was a stream day last year. That is true.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find which picture I should use for mine.
I might change my answer. I don't know.
You can think about that while I figure out what to put. I'm looking through a bunch of different Oh Baby backgrounds now. But fortunately they're all collected together on the wiki. But I think I know which one I would put.
Well, your birthday hasn't happened yet, so there aren't many days left. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. So I'm like, technically between all of the information you gave, it's pretty narrowed.
Yeah, I mean, between the information I've given, like, on stream, like, you can guess my birthday with some certainty.
There's a lot of hints given already, so yeah,
and
you could. It's pretty limited what the options are.
And that's the same thing where place I live, like state I live. Yeah. We've given so many hints that like if you go through it, all the VODs you can have like some.
I accidentally said it once, and well, for state. Or actually, no, I think I even said the city.
I don't remember.
I think I quickly covered up as though it was not the city. But anyway, I think I had... Did I have you remove that? I don't know.
I don't remember.
For that matter, you've accidentally said your name on here, and it was like, make a note to bleep that out when you put up the VODs.
Yeah, I have to remember where that is and make sure I even noted that. I mean, those haven't been posted yet because that's been within the last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
Okay, wait, no. I should pick my decision of which picture to put up entirely based on how much of a pain is it going to be to alt text this.
Stevenson. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Everyone Steve unless proven otherwise.
Okay.
Magic's also Steve.
Yeah. Mick, you're Steve now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Courtney and Royce are Courtney and Royce. It's been proven otherwise.
But we don't know that they're not Courtney Stephen Lane and Royce Stevenson.
Steve? Royce Stevenson. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. You're smart.
Am I?
Yes, you are smart. I'm looking ahead at what's the best story, and I'm like, what do you mean best story? What do you mean? Nope, no Steven's here.
Okay.
That's what
my
Steve,
picture.
that's what a Steve would say.
Here's you. Are you picking a different picture, or are you gonna give me the alt text for this one?
I'm gonna think about it more.
Okay. I'll alt mine while you think about what your answer is gonna be.
I might not be before we end the stream.
It better be, because I have the draft up, and while I write my alt text, it's already in the tweet draft, and I'm not leaving that in case my computer blue screens. So we're going until you figure out. I forgot to put alt text. You could link back to ours for alt text, because I did run the image through like a image to text generator thing, so that we would have all the questions on ours. And yes, I do recall you mentioning your name, Mick, but I forget the spelling sometimes.
I don't even
Not that
remember
it terribly matters, because Mick's just Mick. You're Micktastic. That's your name.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm simply Courtney Lane. And as far as anyone knows, Royce is Royce Lane, because we didn't give somebody Royce's last name and they just assumed it was same as mine, but also didn't double check the spelling. So that's on a movie poster now.
It's on a movie poster.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that from the drama? Don't tell me that's from the drama.
That is from the drama. Well, it was before the drama, but like
related to the drama.
It's related to some of the drama, yeah.
But I mean, we don't know if you have like a new middle name or a last name that's hidden from. We don't know. We don't know anything to do with that, and so you could still have a hidden Steve in there. All names are Steve. For that matter, I have also been like, all names are Steve until proven otherwise, and even afterwards. Pi, also Steve. I know they say right on Twitter that it's Jules. No. Steve. Pi is Steve.
Sharky Blade. Still Steve. I still find the fake last name hilarious.
Hmm?
Of Blade.
That is absolutely from the drama.
Like, I still find that fake last name hilarious. Or just be, what's your name? Oh, I'm Sharky Blade. Mm-hmm. No puns here. Oh man, Nick's gonna have to get a lot of answers.
Oh, what's it at now?
14.
Heh.
14, so that's almost caught up with what answer we're trying to do.
I don't know.
What setting would I want to live in? There's somebody who could legally change their name to Danger. Wielder of the Sharky Blade.
What would the Sharky Blade design be?
Look, I'm not the artist.
We gotta ask Art Friend.
If somebody wants to make a Sharky Keyblade,
but it's not a Sharky Keyblade. It's a Shar Keyblade.
But that is pun number 1, yes. Or was that pun number 2?
What?
Blade being the last name. Was that part 1 or part 2?
It's a multi-level pun of which I cannot reveal the other levels, but we'll call it a multi-level pun, like multi-level marketing. It's actually just preying on you.
Clocktown. Great view of the moon. Clear deadline to compel you to get things done. Oof. See, I cannot play...
Yeah!
I mean, I did not nearly play enough Majora's Mask, and I don't really like Clocktown. I'm trying to think of like some of the games I really like, just like the different areas, you know, to be like, this is the one I would want to go to. Oh my gosh, that D&D fact.
Cool. Shar is the goddess of darkness and night, counter goddess to the moon.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty badass Keyblade design. I would love to see that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, I like Majora's Mask in concept, but I never got very far. Because I feel not good at video games.
For mixed comment, most people hate when I say I like it more than Ocarina of Time. I feel like nowadays that's not nearly as a hotly contested comment.
Yeah, I feel like a lot
of
people appreciate Majora's Mask better than they used to.
Yes, because I mean, I remember a while ago it was just like, oh man, but like the time and blah 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 and all this other stuff, and now people are like, no, Majora's Mask is great. What are you talking about?
If I was better at actually playing video games, Majora's Mask would very possibly be like my favorite Zelda. It's just that I'm not good at it, which means I can't get very far.
And Wind Waker has the same thing where everybody hated it back then because of the art style, but now everyone's like, Wind Waker's great.
It's one of the most popular ones now.
I feel like
people hate shit for stupid reasons.
I feel like I only liked Wind Waker because I played the Wii U version of it, because they fixed a lot of stuff in the Wii U version of it. And they made it easier to beat in that version rather than the initial version. I specifically am not the biggest fan of Wind Waker because I don't like boats.
Do you think that this image looks like all of the materials of the architecture are made of stone? I'm like trying to write the alt text and I'm like, wait. I think it's stone, right? Probably.
I would say stone, yes. I would say stone. I would say they're stone pillars.
Okay. All of the architecture is made of white stone with black lamp posts giving off warm light.
Well,
scattered
here's also a thing for chat. I actually am not a big Zelda fan in the first place. I've played a bunch of them, but like, I'm not actually a big fan of those games. I'm like, some of them are fun. Some. But like, they're okay. I'm one of the few people who I really don't like Breath of the Wild, mostly because of the open world stuff, not because of the weapon breaking stuff. I didn't mind the weapons breaking. I just am not a fan of open worlds. Me neither, and I feel that that's sacrilege. Majora's Mask was the first game to truly open my eyes to games being a method of storytelling that can rival other mediums. I never played a Zelda game at this point. I don't know where I'd start. The thing is with Zelda games is you can kind of start anywhere.
Yeah, they're all really in the same universe kind of, but also like it's one giant timeline where you're supposed to assume generations in between each one. Like only
like,
kind of refer back to each
thousands of
other, but
years.
essentially the idea is that it's like a constant reincarnation cycle. So like you can enter anywhere in that cycle.
And even the ones that are direct sequels to other games, because there are a few that are direct sequels.
Yeah.
Even then, you can just pop in a sequel. They'll do a little bit of like, hey, this stuff has happened to us and now we're here. Let's go.
So I feel like it came from an era of games that didn't assume that you played all of the previous games in the series.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I feel like a lot of games assume that you should have played all the previous games in the series. Kingdom Hearts is guilty. Kingdom Hearts is extremely guilty.
Yes.
This is a call out specifically for Kingdom Hearts. But like other games also do it, where it's like, oh, you're kind of assumed to have played the previous one.
I love the people have been like, Kingdom Hearts shouldn't assume that, and people are just like, okay, but like, you would also complain if somebody went into like an Avengers movie and complained who are all these characters, and would have been like, just watch the other movies.
Yeah, that's also like Marvel is extremely guilty on the film side.
Marvel's incredibly, yeah.
Also, I'm skipping ahead just to say that 22, a sequel that disappointed you, the extremely overly easy answer is Final Fantasy X-2.
Yes, that is.
That's my answer. That's gonna be my answer.
Mine's going to be, I already know my answer, that mine's going to be Sly Cooper Thieves in Time.
But the other reason I was disappointed in Tenchu is because I looked at the cover and went, oh, it's about Yuna this time, and it's like focusing on girls. And then, yeah, it's focusing on the ladies, and all in fan service.
You need a GBA, you need a DS, you need a PSP, you need a PS2, you need a 3DS. You didn't actually need the GBA because they did port that to PS2. But yeah, PSP, DS, PS2, 3DS, and then PS4 for 3. Yeah. That's still.
What's it? What are the window? Does anyone in chat, because I assume Sharky doesn't know what it's called for those like windows that have, I don't know what era it is, but like basically a design on them, kind of like stained glass, but it's not colorful.
I thought that was still called stained glass.
It's not stained glass if it's not stained.
Picture of a setting you wish you lived in.
I do think this picture's pretty. I think a lot of the Obey backgrounds are kind of pretty, actually. And this one's the Demon Lord's castle, because if I'm gonna choose some place in Obey Me to live, it's gonna be the fucking castle.
What games have I played? Zane, what games have I played?
I feel like the difficult thing is, what games have you played that have settings that you'd want to live in?
See, here's the problem is I don't want to live in any of them.
That's because you don't want to live.
I mean, fair.
Like, realistically speaking, I think the explanation is, well, that's because you don't want to live.
But it's also because, like, in the games, like, there's always something bad happening in the place.
Exactly.
You never see it during peace times.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, oh, good, if I live in this place, not good things are going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think you could argue, like, this setting, but after the end of the game when things have been resolved. Okay, well, I'm just going to call them windows with a complex design on them.
Cathedral glass? That's what Google tells me.
Oh, maybe. Cathedral glass? Monochromatic sheet glass.
Do any of these in-game universes also have all the games we like to play? Depends on the universe. Could live in Paldea. The average person doesn't go to Area Zero. That's true. Area Zero is literally.
Yeah, I was
as a
saying
do
earlier,
not go
right?
zone.
Like, Pokemon is the easy one that all of us as kids, I feel like, we're like, yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah. Some people would say Mushroom Kingdom. I don't think anybody would ever say Raccoon City. Resident Evil.
I feel like, I mean, you could say something like Animal Crossing if you wanted to live in an Animal Crossing location. I would think more of those like cozy cutesy games potentially.
And deal with Tom Nook, the landlord?
Well, he's not so bad in the recent one. He's not, at that point, he's not a I mean, in none of these, he's really a landlord, because landlord implies he owns the land still, and you just have to, like, pay to live there, like, rent. He is more like the bank, but in the earlier games, he was a predatory bank who would just, like, sign you up for new loans without asking you. But in the, like, in New Horizons, right, you just go and say, I want to upgrade my house when you're ready to, which I, more than once, I think, waited until I had a ton saved up so that I could immediately pay half or, like, just put the whole thing in as once. And he doesn't charge interest, so, like...
And before anybody says anything, no, I haven't paid off the loan.
The issue with a lot of cozy games is that I don't actually want to break rocks and remove stumps while water plants all day. Well, it depends on what we're calling a cozy game. Also, like, I mean, you don't have to live on the farm in Stardew. You could live in some other part of Stardew.
Wait.
So for games like that, still Stand by Rune Factory. I think Rune Factory is like an interesting place to live in, but I don't want to live in a town that small. That's my real problem, is that when you see a city in a game, it's usually a dystopian city. There's a lot of games with like smaller towns and stuff. Like I was saying how Life is Strange, that town's really pretty actually. I'm totally blanking on the name of it, but that town is pretty.
Arcadia Bay?
Yeah. Arcadia Bay is like a pretty town to live in. But I would hate living in like such a suburban small
that current
place.
state of computer room could have fooled me.
Oh, Mango showed me a TikTok the other day, where this guy who I guess works IT support, right? He's like, I just got this computer in today and it doesn't seem to turn on. So I haven't opened it up yet. Let's open it up together and see what's wrong with it. And he opens it up and there's just like what looks like alfalfa sprouts or something growing out of the keyboard. And I was like, Royce, make sure this doesn't happen to you.
Well, there's a problem.
Careful not to let your computer room turn into Neverlight Grove.
See, here's the thing where another one that I really would want to say, but the problem is I don't know if I would want to use the PS1 graphics or the new graphics, and I can't find a good picture with the new graphics.
Mm-hmm.
The Dragon Realms from Spyro. A good picture, the only one I can find is the blocky PS1 graphics. So unless I want to download and boot up one so I could take a picture.
You could do that, but I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing that.
while you do that, I'm gonna sit here and debate myself on whether I think that JRPGs or strategy games or puzzle games are better. Or otome games. And you know what? If I'm being honest with myself, my favorite genre is probably just otome. Which makes me, again, sound like such a fake gamer.
And then I'm just going to say JRPGs.
There was a time that I used to be able to just say JRPGs without question. Then I became an adult, and now I don't have time to play games as long as JRPGs.
Platformers. I mean, yeah, that's a fair one.
Like, I think someone had said that they, like, oh, this game, they spent like 40 hours getting through, or was it something you were talking about? 40 hours getting through a story. And I was like, for a JRPG, that's nothing. Good job, that's short.
I don't know if
games, even though I'm trash at them.
Because
I like strategy, but like old Fire Emblem strategy. Like turn-based.
Because if I was like, oh man, 40 hours for an RPG, that was a nice like dip my toe into it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's short.
Yeah, that's very short.
I still remember my ex played Mass Effect 1. He's like, oh, that was a long story. That took me like 8 hours. And I'm like sitting here like year or two later dumping like hundreds of hours in a Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
I mean, 15 I dumped hundreds of hours, but I mean, even how much did I play of World of Final Fantasy? That must have been a good 100 hours.
You didn't even beat it.
I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't.
Now I know for a fact you didn't beat it.
I wasn't that far from the end, I think. But I don't think I actually beat it.
Before the end, you had a solid like probably 15-20 hours by me playing it estimate. So for you, double that.
Oh yeah, then I fucked. Like, there's a lot of games I never finished, but I have spent tons of hours in them.
See, the thing with that game is you were at one of the pivotal moments, but then you face a boss, and then there's like 10 or more hours of like what looks like post-game, but it's not actually post-game.
So what you're telling me is that the best cutscenes you should have put World of Final Fantasy.
No, because that's going to be my final game. That's going to be number 30, actually. And that's the reason why I didn't do best cutscenes, is because I'm like, well, I'm doing it for number 30. I feel
like it's a little bit cheating to be like, well, I'm going to use it for all of these other ones, or like this or that other one, so I'm not going to put it here. But I am also doing that cheating myself, so
yeah, exactly.
I can't really judge.
Like, look, I have to pick the best Pokemon game for my favorite game of all time. And the best Pokemon game being World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, right. We need to double check with Magic if they're going to be available on Monday.
Oh, yeah, we should ping Magic.
Because they were the only one that was, like, unsure for
Because they're
Monday.
visiting family, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It occurred to me when I saw the Home Sweet Gnome. Like,
right, the Home Sweet Gnome.
They're home now. But then I neglected to consider, like, wait, what was the answer to whether you're going to make it to D&D or not? So we should probably ping them and ask. But,
Should I do this one where it's Spyro at the very start of Spyro 1? Because the Dragon Realms would be nice.
All I'm saying is pick what's gonna be less torturous for you to alt text. Because I'm not gonna sit here alting your image again. I'm not doing that.
I mean, this is mostly like green grass and hills.
Okay, great.
And there's like some sheep. There's 2 orcs in the background, a crystallized dragon, a few gems scattered around, Spyro the purple dragon, the yellow dragonfly Sparks. That like, I'm going to send this to you and be like, yeah, this is ooh.
on a side note, while we have Royce and Courtney here, I had also seen something about alt texting, where people were like, don't put an image of blah blah blah, because as alt text, like it's an image, we know, but that I was wondering if that applies to like a more specific type of image, like can I say illustration of or screenshot of, because I feel like that gives more context or more like information. But then I was not completely sure.
There's this. Yeah, there's like the little castle looking entrance in the background, some towers.
Remember to include like colors and stuff, and like the brick stuff lining around.
The rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the rocks, not bricks, but yeah.
Oh, I don't know. They're forming some kind of like pathway, so I just call them bricks because that's what they're being used for.
But I hope everyone's had fun so far.
All right. Well, is this the image you want to use?
Sure. I will just have to.
I hope people have been having fun watching us struggle.
I mean, some of this stuff was being done like. I mean, all of it was us just talking. We didn't show any of the pictures on stream.
Yeah, I mean they can. Oh, I'll link the thread now, I guess, while I'm waiting for your alt text. If anyone has been in here like wondering what the fuck our answers have been in the actual text form, this is the thread where I've been putting all our answers.
Oh, also, if you didn't hear, apparently today, they were the Pokemon anime was very mean and like teased that you were going to see Ash's dad, and then like didn't do that because it was like Ash showed up 5 minutes late and his dad left.
Wow.
Like he was told like, oh, your dad's at the Pokemon Center, like he's waiting for you, like go meet him. Showed up 5 minutes late to the meeting time and dad had left.
I'm like, if you do essentially queer baiting, but instead of queerness, you're baiting a dad reveal, do we call that dad baiting? That's trash, honestly. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty bullshit.
It is.
I knew something happened, but I didn't know they were that cruel.
Apparently his dad left a present for him, which was a new, like, the basically what gave him the original hat. Like, I'm guessing like bought a new one of the original hat to give to Ash, as I guess a hey, we're gonna just be wearing this as we do the final 11 episodes to cap Ash's journey off as like more of a send back. I've said screenshot illustration before, so I think that's usually fine. Like, why wouldn't he wait? Yeah, why wouldn't you wait for your son you haven't seen in 20 years, but it's actually only been like 0 years because Ash is still 10?
And okay, thank you for giving me free random consultation question answers. As I just go, well, you guys are accessibility experts who consult for things, but you're also my friends. Can I just ask you for answers for free? Thanks. Not that any of this is making money anyway, especially considering we just donate the very, very gradual little bit that we get.
because it's Ash and Giovanni. That's why. Evil dude. No, that's only a thing, and I think, like, was it the musical was the thing that did that? That's only the thing in the musical.
I thought it was somewhere else as well.
I mean, it's also, I think, a fan theory.
No, I think it was based on something else.
Let me look.
Though I did find it funny, I guess, it's like Ruby Sapphire, right? That then the player character's dad is a gym leader.
Yep, Ruby Sapphire, yeah. Like,
it's genetically and socially very likely. I mean, my only question then is why hasn't he done something about Gary being an asshole to his son? Though I suppose I'm very like, I accept characters being evil if it means that they punish the people that are bad to the people around them. Though I guess this presupposes that he cares about his son.
See, Giovanni already has a canon child. Even in the anime, I believe well, I don't know in the anime if they talked about that. But Giovanni does have a canon child. The rival from Gold and Silver.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that line that Mick said.
The asshole kid. What else would he send his most incompetent hench people to follow Ash around? Do you think the guy who's after Mewtwo actually gives a crap about a freaking Pikachu?
He doesn't give a crap about the Pikachu. The only people who care was Jesse and James. I don't even think he ever like specifically sent Jesse and James after the Pikachu. They're just like, no, we're gonna take that Pikachu because we know how powerful it is.
And rare.
Rare because of the power. Because Pikachus aren't supposed to be level 300. We do in the anime have one glimpse of Ash's dad, but it was waist down as Ash's dad was tending to a Rapidash.
Why has someone liked the little... I am just posting these screenshots to this Twitter to transfer them to desktop. Don't mind me. On my other account. Why has someone liked that?
Because that's how people exist on Twitter.
And why else would he be told his dad is a talented Pokemon trainer but not be told who it is?
Because his dad's not talented enough to actually warrant being told who it is.
No, it's because his dad's too busy and too shady. Anyway, give me that alt text.
I'm still typing it.
All right. Then stop arguing. Stop arguing that it's not Giovanni, because it can totally be Giovanni, and you owe me alt text, so you can't argue it until you finished that. And we'll just agree collectively over here that it is in fact Giovanni. And I have not thought that much about it. I've got like 2 steaks left. This is torture.
Nice. Which one do you have left to get? Legendary Pokemon in Scarlet Violet. Plus a ton of people have to sign off on the script of the Pokemon musical, so I'm gonna say that's canon.
You said, but you didn't say no.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's 1 steak for Grasswater and 1 for Fire Scourge.
Good luck.
What the fuck? I just saw a tweet. It's like, just saw a TikTok of lesbians saying she dates bi women to give us reality checks. And the comments were full of these types of sentiments. Like, the fuse is shorter with bi women, yes. This was not the first of this kind of video I've seen, so let's talk about biphobic intimate partner abuse again. Which I'm not going to go through that whole thread, but why would you just brag about shit like that? I hate people. I hate people a lot.
I was seeing one thing that was basically like, it was talking about like all these like I'm guessing like pop or like famous women who are women who love women. And some of the comments were like, okay, but you can't list this one because they're bi. The person's like, I said they're women who love women. Like, what are you talking about?
Women.
But they're bi. They don't count. It's like, what are you talking about?
Just because there's an and doesn't mean that they don't love women.
Yeah.
Bi erasure is terrible and very aggressive. Also that like, I guess similar to asexuality, like male bi people also get erased a lot.
Freddie Mercury was bi, I believe.
There's
but he's only talking about it as a gay icon. No, he said in interviews he's bi.
Oh, was it?
Like he straight up like in interviews he's like, I am bi, but people are like, he's such a gay icon.
I know that I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie that came out a few years ago, pretty recently, and in that they treated him as purely gay. Like he started off with a woman and he's like, oh, I think I might be bi, and she's like, no, just say it, you're gay. And then she leaves him, and then he's only with guys for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, and like in interviews, I think even other people in the band also like, they refer to him as bisexual. He had relationships with men and women and all this stuff.
People say gay icon also for bi people. I don't think that's necessarily bi erasure, in that bi is also gay.
But he's not known generally he is not known as a as bi.
As a bicon?
Like, they only really talk about they don't talk about that. It's a thing.
Yeah. Bi erasure's been going on for a very long time. And I wish it was getting better. And I wish that ace erasure was also getting better, but I don't know that either of them are. Now, how is Sharky going to gloss over the bunny gold? Wait, I'm doing this without a guide, just out of pure absence. Most of my motivation comes from spite and masochism. I'm pretty much alive just out of spite. Not to be confused with Bitcoin. But I thought other people have also said bicon before.
I have no idea.
Also, my captioner broke again. Hurry and give me that alt text.
Lots of almost certainly ace people throughout history are written about as gay icons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, captioner. Just hold out for me just long enough for the stream to end. Okay? Cough, 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 Edward Gorey.
I have no idea who that is.
Gothy shit.
I don't know if you said goth or coffee.
I said gothy.
Okay.
I really wish the anti-blackness in the ace community wasn't so prevalent. Yeah. Racism, but especially anti-blackness. Yeah, I saw Yasmin's recent thing and I was like, oh my god. And of course it's on her specifically. Did you see it, Sharky?
I saw a few tweets that I think you retweeted, but I didn't see
I retweeted
much.
a couple from that thread. I'll just read you the thing. So she put a screenshot with like name face blurred out. But like, you are sex positive, I understand that, but many asexual are sex repulsed or sex neutral. You are not representing the other side of asexuality. Also, we find it triggering. And I guess they were responding to something else, saying like, oh, I realize that, but I find it strange that she promotes asexuality but never talks about asexuality. Also, many asexuals are sex neutral or repulsed and find this triggering. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's done so many articles about asexuality and like talks and like lectures and guest lectures at various places, like universities and companies and all these things. But so she said, PSA, aces, please stop making judgmental assumptions about my sexuality. I'm tired of hearing things like this. I'm tired of, let's be honest, mainly white aces leaving entitled comments about how I don't meet their standards and don't serve them well enough, like it's my duty. I got these comments on my BBC 3 video where I was speaking about G-spots, which must mean I'm having sex. A problem, apparently. I can't express enough how much that wouldn't make a difference, and how, ace or not, you're not entitled to know what I do with my genitals. The ace community constantly talks about how people should educate themselves and learn the terminology, and yet don't know that sex positive not equal to sex favorable, and that you can be sex averse and sex positive and are still judging each other based on these perceived differences. Again, I know there's an overemphasis on sex-favorable asexuality in the way asexuality is depicted, to the point where it's disproportionate to what most of the ace community experience. But that isn't something I contribute to, and it isn't fair to place that on me. I constantly hear aces talking about the sex I'm supposedly having, and how me being so highly sexual is triggering or alienating, and not representative of the ace community, even though I've never had sex in my life and have said this multiple times. What you're doing is hypersexualizing me based on what you're seeing, not what I'm saying, and given the racial makeup of this community, that should be addressed. We should also avoid reinforcing the stereotype that aces can't/don't know about sexuality. That is not the case for me. I have that knowledge and I'm going to use it. I'll continue speaking about what I want, working how I want, and if you don't like it, you don't need to tell me. You can just consume different content and leave me alone. Call it a Christmas gift.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That was... Yeah, that was unacceptable. There are asex workers, so I don't know what people are on about. I was so glad that there's an overemphasis on sex favorability right now, because we've had other white activists get real mad at us lately for saying the same things. I've seen a large difference in posts dealing with white asex workers compared to black asex workers. I think, like, I mean, first of all, to tell, like, a prominent ace activist that they're not speaking about asexuality enough, but just talking about sex all the time. And I'm like, I completely agree with we should probably break down this impression that just because someone is asexual means they don't know about sex. Not in a, like, you do or don't have it way, but literally just, have you had sex education? Do you know what body parts are? Because that just adds to the infantilization if we act like we don't understand.
Yeah.
But calling a black woman triggering is absolutely never justifiable. And yes, it doesn't do the thing we're actually critiquing when we say that there's an overcorrection happening. Yes, exactly. White people are on thin ice with me. Yeah. I feel like I vouch for Sharky as a white person.
I don't vouch for me.
Well, I vouch that, like, generally speaking, I think you are a safe white person to be around. I wish that you would make more of an effort sometimes when other languages show up and you don't want to have to bother to pronounce them correctly. But generally speaking, you're, not doing bullshit like that. So, yep. Yeah, fun times talking about fun video game answers to questions. Also, let's rant about racism in the ace community. But, like, actually, it's such a problem. And I remember, when the International Asexuality Day thing was established, or getting established, right? And before that, there was, like, Ace Day.
Yeah.
That I think was May 8th. And it was supposed to be a stupid May the Ace pun, which I'm like, that's not even a good pun. I really wish white creators with a big following would address it at least. But yeah, so, like, people had said that it overlaps with, what day was it? Some European day relating to, like, a war. I don't remember exactly because I am not a historian and I do not remember all of the historical dates and stuff. But I remember it was, like, an extra big deal because that year it was, like, the 70 VE Day. Yes. I was gonna say V Day and I was like, that's Valentine's Day. That's incorrect. VE Day. So she had put, like, the poll, like, should we change the day or whatever?
Victory in Europe Day.
Mm-hmm.
The formal acceptance of the Allies of World War II. Of the unconditional
And it was, like,
surrender.
the 75th anniversary or something. So it was treated as a much bigger deal that year in particular. Yeah. And I still follow this blog on Tumblr because they do post a lot of stuff in general about asexuality still. So it's good to, like, reblog from sometimes. But at the time all that was going on, like, that person who's, like, a white trans ace threw a huge fit because I guess they were involved with the original setting of the day, and they're like, we've done this so many years, blah blah blah, and we already voted and was already decided by the community, And so, like, we shouldn't change it because the community has, like, grown or whatever. Like, it was decided already, and I don't want to repeat history, and this is a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. Threw a huge fit. Was really mad at Yasmin over it, I guess. And then there was another point where Yasmin basically misspoke about Demi's sexuality, in, like, a way that I guess, like it was technically wrong, but also it was just kind of badly worded, but it was well-intentioned, and was reflective of conversations she'd had with people who are Demi, who don't identify as ace, because, you know, for whatever reason, say they're in a dedicated relationship where they are regularly having sex or whatever, and so
or even if I was gonna say, or even if they're not, like, some demisexuals just don't identify with ace.
Yeah, and so based on conversations she'd had with people like that, had, I guess, sort of misspoken and badly phrased of, like, Demi is its own thing, it's separate from asexuality, and of course got totally dogpiled by especially white aces who were not going to give her the benefit of the doubt or anything. And I do understand, like, the harm of people who've been fighting for, like, asexuality as a spectrum, and if you're Demi, you're ace and stuff. Like, I understand the frustration, but she got so much hate for it. And I saw another person say something very similar, but just better phrased. Got a lot of support. So, you know, you really see the difference. And at that time, I think, because the Tumblr bug I was mentioning had thrown such a hissy fit, about Ace Day moving, someone had sent in, like, an anonymous, like, message to their blog being like, I never trusted her in the first place. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why. Could it be because she's black? Could it be because she's black and you don't like her because you're racist? But yeah, a bunch of people were, like, liking and agreeing and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, there's a racism problem.
Yeah.
It's so much harder for BIPOC to build a platform, but so much easier to lose it over minor errors. Yeah, exactly. Because you never get the same amount of grace. Yeah, and I mean, anti-blackness especially, I think, people make mistakes and give out false apologies, and then other white people say, oh, it's fine, you didn't do anything wrong that you need to apologize for. We accept your apology, and it's like, that wasn't for you. That's not yours to accept. And I also, just in general, because then if you say, I don't accept your apology, like, people get so pissy, and I'm like, you know, no one's obligated to accept someone's apology.
Oh, yeah.
What's really going on right now with some big streamer? I feel like I saw some of that going around, but I also know it just happens all the time.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of that, but I think all the posts I've seen, like, are not mentioning the streamer's name. So I'm like, okay.
If it's the same situation that I was seeing, like, over the weekend or so, then I did see the name. But I mean, same for that one I mentioned from that's in Rainbow Arcade, actually, which is unfortunate. This person acknowledged the bigger white creator. Yeah. There was that other one a few months ago that I was talking about. The same shit happened there, where he said some shit, got called out, or I think initially called in, hid behind, like, well, I'm Hispanic, so I'm not white, even though he's very, very white passing. In that way that, like, I mean, white passing does influence how you move about the world and how people react with you. I got blocked by him. I was so... When we were all talking about, like, the downfall of Twitter, and a lot of people were talking about moving to Tumblr and stuff, right? He put up a post basically taking back every apology he'd ever made and just ranting about how people were mean to him. And I was just like, so you didn't mean any of those apologies. You haven't learned shit, and you are publicly going ahead and being like, actually, I'm not sorry. Because it's their fault for misinterpreting me, and they were so mean to me, and all of the scary black people and brown people. I'm just like, wow, fuck you.
Yikes. No,
fuck you.
Do that.
He went on a whole rant about how everyone was so unfair to him at that time, and I'm like, and you're gonna just brush past that it was pretty much a lot of black and brown people trying to call you in. Yup. Yeah, he made it sound like he got cyberbullied, and it's just like, what?
Yikes.
He ignored a lot of people, right? It was wild. Yeah. And at that time, too, white people jumped in to be like, you didn't do anything that you should be apologizing for. No, we understand, and you tried so hard to be the bigger person, blah, blah, blah. And so we really support you, and we're so glad to see your apology. Oh my God, you're ranting and taking back your apology. It's totally justified. It's just like, oh my God, you all need to shut the fuck up.
Love it when the white activists say, we're all activists, just existing and being you is activism. But then when BIPOC facing racism in the community are like, please, can you address this? They're very quick to go, but I'm not an activist. I'm just a queer person trying to exist. Not everyone has to be an activist.
Oh, yes. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Oh, wait?
You didn't tell me you sent the alt text.
Yeah, I just on it. I did the best that I can to describe everything. I probably missed some things, and I know I probably missed some things.
Let me read through it and double check.
I'm just like, I think I got everything.
I wrote
This
a
isn't good wording.
Dragon standing on a grass lined with a grass patch.
Path. I meant to say.
Lined with
Again,
stone with sparks. A yellow dragonfly.
I'm typing it while trying to also say things.
Where is the dragonfly? Which side are they on?
On the left.
In front of a green crystal dragon. This is why I'm double checking.
Like,
further back is a field of green grass.
I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yes. And yellow flowers with a few sheep and red gems. On the left is a green hedge with gray stone towers with blue roofs on the side. In the back is a gray stone castle entrance with a gold-lined arch and a blue gem and a gold lining right under a blue roof with red flags flying on a pole. On the right is a hill with two green orcs on the top of it. Behind them are two more gray stone towers with blue roofs. In the back is cliffs with trees and one red and gold chest. Yeah, that seems good to me. I think that's good. Pretty sure that's good. Anyway, it's decently long. And now I go do because Sharky left and I think he said it was the Land of Dragons. Or Dragon Realm? Spyro, so I have to double check what the exact name is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people don't want to take responsibility for their racism.
Back.
Welcome back. I was waiting for you to come back because I don't remember what you said the exact name of it was, or if you have any commentary.
Exact name of what?
The place.
Oh.
You said Realm of Dragons or something? Just like a name. It doesn't have to be like exact name of that scene, but it just like a
Homeworld
name.
of Dragons. Homeworld of Dragons from Spyro.
Sorry. Is that capitalized? From Spyro. Any commentary?
Yes, capital H for Homeworld.
Oh, is it one word for Homeworld?
Yes, it is.
Okay. See, this is why I need you to tell me these things. Okay, one word, capitalized Homeworld of capitalized dragons from Spyro?
Yes. Yeah, from Spyro.
Any commentary?
No. I can't think of anything. I have a lot of feelings.
Sweet. The alt text takes us so long.
It does. Well, especially like me, I'm just bad at wording things. So like it takes me a very long because I'm like, I don't know how to describe things.
I mean, that's maybe almost better than me because I sit here and go, does this flow well? So that if a screen reader goes through it, like reading through the thing, will it sound repetitive? I don't know. I don't want it to sound repetitive. And then I have to like go back and change it because these are the standards I hold myself to.
See, the problem with me is I am not good at forming sentences, written sentences. So like it flowing well and stuff like that, I literally like cannot process that properly. I cannot make the like and flowing sentences.
Just to round off on a nice clean number, we're gonna end on favorite genre. JRPG for you?
Oh yeah. JRPG all the day.
All the day.
All the day. If it wasn't like 1:30, I would probably find a JRPG to play.
Yeah, if you don't have time to play things after these streams, and especially when we go for this long, we still have 10 more questions to do later.
I mean, some of them. 1, 2,
those will be done
3,
off stream because we're not waiting a week for that.
5, 6, 7 out of the 10 I can answer easily. Best story, best voice acting, and most epic scene. I am going to not know how to answer any of them. Because, like, a thing that pops in my head, again, because God of War recent bias, is one from the 2018 God of War scene, but it's only epic to me because of prior context of, like, 6 other games. So I'm like, it's not really an epic scene in and of itself.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
And it's also not really an epic scene. It's kind of just like a, it's a hype scene, but it's a very, like, somewhat of a downer scene because the main character is getting weapons that he wanted to discard and never use again. I don't know what the fuck
I'm gonna say for most epic scene.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I don't know what the fuck to say.
I will have to actually look at a bunch of, like, the games and be like, what are some of the, like, very memorable scenes that like pop out to me. Yeah, that one's gonna be tough. Yeah. And I mean, best voice acting, that one's gonna be very tough for me.
Oh man.
And best
Right.
story, I'm like,
My
what has a
favorite
good
genre
story?
is me just trying to defend myself.
I mean, you don't have to like. You
No, I
can
have
like.
to. I'm gonna be nervous if I don't.
You can like dating sims and otome games, and that's not.
Look,
That's
I
not a.
have a complex over but having to deal with the gatekeeping of the bullshit accusations of fake gamer girl for like my entire life. I feel the need to defend myself.
I mean, I'm saying this again as a white guy who never has that, so I like.
In the same
I,
vein, like I used to not really go to concerts because I felt that I didn't have the right to call myself a fan of a band if I didn't know every single song, like every lyric of every song almost that they had memorized.
No.
Otherwise, I didn't consider myself to be like a fan of the band if I only knew a few songs.
Do you think every person who goes to those knows every song by heart?
No.
Every
But
lyric?
I was scared and I wouldn't count myself as a fan if I didn't know at least like a full album's worth of every lyric. These are the standards I hold myself to, and this is the direct result of toxic gamer bros accusing women of being fake gamer girls.
Yes.
I
Well,
have a
that's what I said.
complex, I know I do, and I do it anyway. Wow.
No, that's why I did say I am saying this as a white guy who does not face that type of.
Are you really a blah 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 fan if you don't know about this? Yeah, I had a coworker in college who would go off like ranting about fake gamer girls or whatever, and in the way that it's not comforting at all to be told this, turned to me and was like, "No, but not you though. You're a real gamer, not you. I'm talking about the fake gamer girls though." It's like, thanks.
Mm-mm.
Thanks, I'm so glad to have your acknowledgement as a real gamer. Woo. And that was, I think, entirely because I had talked about Final Fantasy before.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, and there are many.
So I end up feeling like I need to defend myself, and I would like to think that no one that's coming across our dinky little, Twitter account that's anyway for mainly playing otome and other dating sim games, is going to come across and accuse me of not being a real gamer. But I need to defend myself.
That is amazing.
Very defensive. Yeah. Thanks,
That's amazing,
Mick,
Courtney,
for sharing your love of stuff with people and defending people.
The last time someone called me a fake gamer girl, I found out that I was a higher rank in League of Legends than he was, and he was so embarrassed he never spoke to me again.
That's when I stopped caring about people who accuse others of being a fake gamer. Yeah. I suffer from the sin of pride, okay?
See,
I suffer from a lot of the deadly sins. And by suffer, I mean partake willingly.
Oh, man. Mick, I've been playing so many idle games recently. That cookie clicker run's still going. I'm working on my all achievements of cookie clicker. I'm at how many hours am I at in cookie clicker? Hold on.
You tell me.
2,400 hours of cookie clicker.
God, I've been going for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I need to end. I need to go make dinner.
I gotta go to bed.
Tomorrow.
Well, happy Christmas Eve, everyone, on the east, from the East Coast, Sharky.
It's still the 23rd here.
Yeah, for another hour and a half. But that's why I said from the East Coast, Sharky.
But I feel low since I won't play any Souls game on stream.
Oh, no. I will. I specifically said that I will never play a Souls game. I despise Souls game, and I will never play a Souls game.
I feel like I am interested in the Dark Souls stuff for aesthetic, but I do not enjoy putting myself through that kind of torture. Also, I bet anyone calling you a fake gamer isn't a streamer who's been interviewed on the 14th best couple podcast in the world talking about Obey Me so they could shove it. And other games. Obey Me and other games.
Yeah, you talked about a few games on there.
I talked about a few. Well,
I talked about a game I never played.
I am a masochist and fueled by spite. See, I'm only fueled by spite in real life. Games are supposed to be my break
Also, you
from
hit number
spite.
2 in Finland.
Which is close to Sweden, but no cigar. Also new countries.
So you charted in Macau and Finland? So 2 new places?
I'm glad I could add more countries to your belt.
When I only added 1? Wow, you're so much better than me.
Did Sharky only add 1? I know you mentioned Sweden as being a new one because you guys specifically, or Courtney specifically wanted Sweden, but we don't technically know that no other countries charted newly.
No. I said newly. I only got Sweden. You're better.
No, like, I don't think they ever said that Sweden was the only new country they charted in for yours. It was just the one Courtney was really excited about because Courtney had been wanting to chart in Sweden.
But and I mean, the thing about me, like, I would never, like, if somebody decided to call me a fake gamer, I would just be like, because again, I'm a white man, I don't have that complex because I don't face that.
I know.
I would just be like,
I've had to basically be like, if I'm going to mention games ever to anyone, especially, you know, having like majored in tech and stuff,
yeah,
I feel like I have to defend myself. I feel like I have to prove myself. Don't remember, just happy because Sweden.
and because they only remember Sweden, it was only 1, so therefore you beat me. That means you're the better podcast out of the 2 of us.
You got the one Courtney wanted though.
But
Which
you got
means
2.
that you're more important.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because I didn't chart in Sweden. It's close to Sweden, but no cigar. It says it right there. No cigar. Also, why Finland? Macau, I understand. Finland?
Somebody can talk to my 2,400 hours in a cookie clicker and get back to me. That's
Are
way
there a
too
lot of
much cookie-
Satanists in Finland?
That's way too much cookie clicker time.
Yeah. I mean, I think like something like Cookie Clicker, the active playtime versus idle playtime.
No,
which
idle
the
is
former is not
is
tracked.
90% of it.
Yeah, the former is not tracked, so like I don't really count that in terms of hours. That settles it. Sweden is our measure of success, and therefore I was not important and not successful. See? Thanks for the backup, thanks for the confirmation, and now we're ending the stream before you can disagree.
Do that to me